What up? Happy 4th. What's up, McAuliffe? Been drinking all day. Still kind of under the weather, but we're powering through. Grilled a nice piece of meat. Feel great. We're all Americans here. Unpopular opinion, fireworks are overrated. Not an unpopular opinion, Blake. Professional fireworks, I dig. Unprofessional fireworks, not so much. Not so much. It's okay. It's just dangerous. I'm fine if other people are lighting them off, but also you have to worry about them fucking it up. And I've had people shoot fireworks and almost hit me in the face. But Mouth got done recording a rant. He says he's hoping for DraftKings. Dude, I just have so much more on my Underdog account. Not to mention the lobbies are gonna be so slow on DraftKings. If we hit 2 hours tonight, guys, I did the math. We're gonna hit 30 hours live the last 7 days. So dating back to last Friday. 30 hours live. Let's give it up for myself, for all the people that have come on the show, all of you guys. That's what's up. Oh, dude, we've had so many people around here doing them, and I have a cop that lives next to me too, which is just wild. But you know what? It's all in good fun, right? Until someone blows their hand off. Talk to Jason Pierre-Paul, or even Najee Harris, who's now officially a Pirate. So that happens in those accidents. $100 lobby on DraftKings is stuck with me and some other dude for the past 10 plus minutes trying to fill it up 10 spots. Yeah, that's not filling, Goose. Not tonight, man. Those DraftKings lobbies take forever. We've spent over 20 minutes in a $3 lobby trying to get that thing full late at night. So middle of the day, those are usually pretty quick. But this time at night, and Underdog has a bunch of new tournaments now, so these will fill up. If anything, they fill up too fast. We're going to hop in a Chihuahua. I'm going to give you guys a second or two. We'll see who wants to hop in and draft with us. Goose, why don't you transfer on over to Underdog and hop in with us. Guys, did you guys hear about the Brandon Ayuk stuff? There's more shit. So apparently yesterday, literally, go look this up. So apparently Jaden Daniels was at a World Cup game or some shit, and somebody was yelling at him, and they said something about Brandon Ayuk, and he laughed. So Brandon Ayuk sees this, takes it as Jaden Daniels is slandering him, and goes to social media, typical Brandon Ayuk fashion. Dude, go watch the Instagram videos. He essentially calls Jaden Daniels out, calls him a bitch or something, says that you're on my team now, even though he's not on the Commanders. He's trying to say that the Commanders are going to be his team when he signs there, and then brings up his mom. Makes fun of Jaden Daniels' mom. So, dude, this Brandon Ayuk thing, he's cooked, bro. He's done. He's definitely not signing with the Commanders now because they're not – he's calling out Jaden Daniels, and they're supposed to be boys from their time at ASU. Just Brandon Ayuk just keeps on literally shooting himself in the foot or blowing off his hand if you want to make a fireworks joke. This is insane. Brandon Ayuk, I'm worried for the dude's mental health. Over under, Brandon Ayuk makes it to 30. Over under. And we're going to count if he goes to prison. So he's either free, he's a free man and alive. Over under 30. I don't think Canada wants him. Nobody should want Brandon Ayuk. He needs to go to Australia or something. Connor almost blew up his hand today. That's the fireworks stuff, man. Well, I'm glad you got away with it. And we want to make sure it's your left hand you blow off. If you're right-handed, you do not want to blow off your proper hand. And we all know what we're talking about because there's a lot of things we do with our right hand. Don't blow off your right hand, man.
He can't masturbate. He can't make it come out.
He can't go left?
No, he can't go to his left. Can you go to your left?
Nah, nobody can.
No one can.
Hard, It's funny, though. There's other things I can do lefty. I can eat lefty. I can brush my teeth lefty.
There's a big difference. You need rotation. You need tempo. You need feel.
Season. I think you learn a lot. In fact, you learn a heck of a lot more when things aren't going well than when it is going well. And I learned a lot.
So do yourself a favor and go watch the Instagram video. It just keeps on getting worse for this guy, and he needs who is in his corner? Has he fired his agent and everyone else? Is there not a family member or close friend that could be bro, just shut your mouth for literally a couple months and then maybe a couple years, and then you can make another $20 million in the league, be relevant again, and then you can go all Antonio Brown on us when you're 35. Everyone in his corner is losing money. He's losing money. Probably never playing again. All right, we're going to hop into Chihuahua. So whoever wants to draft with us, let's get in this. Connor, if you're down, Mouth, let me know when you get it transferred over. I don't want to sit around here waiting for too long because we're going to do 2 drafts for sure. And then if we hit the goal, we will have Big Ray join us for the 3rd draft and get Big Ray's, Big Ray's a Patriot, so get his opinion on 4th of July and what he did He had to. We'll wait. I'll wait a second, Mouth. Ray had to push his date off an extra day, so we'll get his pulse on his dating life. All the things we like to talk to Ray about. Maybe he'll talk about Brittany Griner. LOL. I just did it. No, he's not going to do that anymore. It was pretty funny last night, but he did say that he agrees he could not beat Brittany Griner in a one-on-one game. He was just heated up, and we love his passion, but that was a pretty crazy statement to make. Let me know, Mouth. Clock is ticking for me here a little bit. I will say this. I do have a new promotion. This is a July promotion for some of you new people. Here we go. So July promotion, the first 10 subs of the channel. Let me know when you do sub. If not, I can see it in my YouTube studio. Qualify to be entered into a drawing. I'm going to do a drawing for the first 10 and then the next 10 for a free month in the Discord and the community. So there we go. We're going to start this up, Mouth. Hopefully you can get in. It is 8 more to start. Let's do it. Okay, we're starting it up. It is the Chihuahua. We're going for a Chihuahua. It's a little guy. Oh, this thing filled up fast, bro. It just filled up that fast, huh? Did we all get in the same one? Derek Mouth. All right. I see Derek in here. The American Sniper, of course, has to be in the same league as me every time. Damn, it's just us, I think. Think Again was just in the last one with us earlier today. Oh, my bad, Mouth. I thought you said you were ready. You said, let's do it. No, I'm in the one with you, Derek. I'm at 10, bro. I'm at 10. You said 8 more to start. He said, let's do it. I figured he was ready. And 8 more to start. It literally started within 2 minutes. That's why Underdog is popping. It's popping. Anyways, if you are newer to the channel, if you're not subbed, hop on in here. You get a free month into the community in the Discord, and you get access to my NFL futures bets. You get access to our rankings when we drop them in probably 2 weeks, all the co-host rankings, plus a lot of other stuff. So I'd love to have you in the community. Those of you already in there, always appreciated. And let's get into this draft room. 10th pick has been happening a lot for me recently. At least I'm not too close to Derek. He has a 6th pick. So we won't be sniping each other too hard. Although Derek's known for reaching on Torrey Horton 3 rounds early. That's what the man does. I don't think that's going to stop anytime soon. See, I'm totally down with the Torrey Horton reach. But, I think Shaheed is now starting to go too early for my liking. He's wide receiver 56. We're taking him at wide receiver 46. But when I start seeing him get taken at wide receiver 42, around, I want Jalen Coker over Rashid Shaheed still. Because we know Jalen Coker is the number 2 in that offense. I don't know. We think we know it's Shaheed, but do we know that? That's why we're drafting Torrey Horton as well. Mouth's going to do his mini golden. That's a single entry, Mouth, as you know. So make sure you go bold, a lot of stacks, and try to do some. On my mini golden, I did Michael Penix and it was Jaden Daniels, Michael Penix, and Jacoby Brissett. So I stacked up those dudes. So try to do something obscure. Maybe do you know what you should do, Mouth? Do a jet stack, man. Do your ultimate jet stack because you believe in that. That whole thing was so weird. Shaheed did so bad. I mean, he was playing well on the Saints before he got traded. I expect more of that production than I do what it's probably in between what he was doing the Saints than what obviously different offenses. Okay, so we're gonna take James Cook. Hopefully, I can get Josh Allen at the 403. I could have made a Justin Jefferson team. It's all good. I'm waiting for the Shaheed props to drop, the season-long props, because I have a feeling they're going to be really low, 475 yards receiving, something like that. That's something I'm definitely going to jump on. So that won't be out probably until August is my guess when you have the ancillary players. They don't drop their props till later. But definitely something to look at. Sam Darnold's passing props are something I might be interested in as well. Now, do we dare go under on JSN's props? Because that's usually good business. I know I'd love JSN. I think I saw him at like 1,275 receiving yards. But when you bet unders on props, you're essentially just betting on the guy's health. 9's fine, dude. People tend to do weird things in a single entry mouth. People do weird things, and they reach on guys because it's their only entry. So you might be able to get St. Brown or Taylor, JT there. Blake, I remember you talking about Torrey Horton like in one of the first streams. I do remember that. What is this? Dakota, I trade 112, 201, 812 for 211, 311, 711, and 27 first. So essentially the 1-2 turn and 812 for the 2-3 turn, a 7th. So you upgrade there and then a 27 first. Oh, all day, bro. 27 first. It might be a back end pick because he's getting the better end of the deal for this year in terms of draft capital, but like the 27 draft, like a back end 27 first is like a middle first round 28 first, at least from what we've been hearing. Derek with a CMC Derrick Henry start. Reach around on guys is more accurate. What's up, GT? My neighbor popping fireworks. I had to tell them not to disturb me while I'm cleaning my room. Damn straight, dude. Damn straight. Where's it at? Where's it at? I got it somewhere. There it is.
Yeah, well, Mom also said for you to stop sticking your dick in the vacuum cleaner.
Hello? Hello? I said don't disturb me while I'm cleaning my room!
Just don't do it. Don't disturb me. Gill swallows. Smell my finger. What is that? My ass? Epic shit. There goes my cue. Damn, bro. Damn. CMC at 9. See, I just told you, man. Some weird shit happens. I am not having anything weird happen in this draft. This is chalk as hell, and I'm fucking hating life right now. I'm not taking Ladd McConkey before ADP. Where's all the ADP value at? It's all gone. I guess we're going to take Javonte Williams and just start with a running back team. This blows, bro. Fuck. This really blows. So, okay. We would consider, oh, there goes Josh Allen. So there goes I was hoping to get Josh Allen at the 403. We've been seeing Josh Allen fall so much recently. I'm not comfortable taking him in the third round because we've been getting him in the early fourth, sometimes like up at the 405. So I'm just not reaching on Josh Allen in general in best ball. I might have to take a big boo, but I think I'm more comfortable taking Garrett Wilson. I have Garrett Wilson ranked ahead of a big boo. So let's take G Willie here. Man, I really don't like this start. I'm hoping soon, man. I think I'm full on the $3 tourney they have in there already. So they don't drop, Blake, they don't drop a lot of tournaments on DraftKings. It's because they don't get a lot of action. It's weird. I do like DraftKings. I don't like how slow they take, for one, how long they take. I don't like the fact that the lobbies take 5 to 10 minutes to fill. Like, that's crazy. That is just too slow, and sometimes up to 20 minutes, where these underdog drafts, you pop in one dude, you're filling within 2 minutes. A lot of times they fill up so fast. When we have 9 of us in here, we have to drop and do a sit and go, which is totally fun too. I like sit and goes. I'd rather do a sit and go with 9 of you guys than a tournament, because I think we're kind of limiting our upside and earning potential with a tournament. We need wide receivers to follow us. Derek got Trey McBride at pick 30. That is so fucking awesome, Derek. Like, I don't get why people are taking T. Higgins, Chris Olave, like George Pickens and Devonta Smith and Rashee Rice. I understand it. Olave, Higgins, Breece Hall a lot of times over Trey McBride. No, thank you. I do like the 20 rounds. That is one advantage, McAuliffe. Do you have underdog, McAuliffe, or you just don't like it? Yeah, I feel the same. I only do the slow drafts on DraftKings just because I just don't like waiting in the lobby for them. Man, the receivers are gone. The running backs are falling. Jesus. So we got to pivot here. And shitty shit. Might just start taking my guys and saying fuck ADP here. Because I am just not a fan of the start. James Cook, Barkley, Javonte Williams, Garrett Wilson. I definitely can't take a running back for the next 3 or 4 rounds. There's one I would take and just end running back, but I am not really a fan of taking 4 running backs in the first 5 rounds. I have already answered this question for you 3 or 4 times, Kylis. So you got to come up with something new. I'll answer any question. It doesn't have to be football related. I'll answer it. Man, I was going to take Bucky if he fell. So, man, I think we're going to go with Lamar here. Fuck. I can't go with Lamar here. I'm just going to go with Brian Thomas, I think. You know what? I'm going to take Tate. Don't like this pick at all. But I feel like I can get Brian Thomas coming back, or at the very least, Marvin Harrison. Well, that's a big gap, Blake. July 19th to end of August. You have 5 weeks. You still have MMA though, right? Do you watch like fishing or something too? You watch curling? Blake's a curling guy, isn't he? Yeah, you mentioned that, McAuliffe. Yeah, just make one with her name, bro. And you'll get the sign-up bonus, too. So that's pretty cool. So that's good. McAuliffe, we do have 1 spot left in our community. Damn. Fuck, I probably should have taken Lamar. I didn't realize he fucking kept on falling. Damn. Missed opportunity there. It's okay. We have some quarterbacks we like late that pair with these receivers, so yeah, you're welcome to hop in the community league, man. It's on Sleeper. It's going to be 20 rounds, 24 rounds actually. So it's real deep, an extra flex spot, $50 buy-in. Well, you got to convert, man. Become a Cubs fan. There you go. I don't endorse that, but I did a couple years ago. Look at that quarterback run: Lamar, Daniels, May, Caleb, and Joe Burrow. That's God, that Lamar Jackson value was great. It's just with the receivers I took, I'm kind of dug in on I could take all 3 of these quarterbacks and actually get them at pretty fair value with Trevor Lawrence and then Cam Ward and then end it off with Geno Smith. It's kind of the only way I can make this team work because I punted receiver so far and just I don't have a lot of ammunition there, so I have to pair them up with their quarterbacks. There goes Marv all the way down to pick 72. I was going to take Marv where I took Brian Thomas. Women's tennis. There you go. Women's tennis. That's the thing. People like that. Yeah, what happened to the Red Sox, man? And also, Blake, how can you be a fan of 2 teams? See, I don't endorse that. Come on. I know they're in different leagues, but come on. I don't like that. So we're going to need this. Pick E2. Let's see if it falls. The Reds haven't given you shit, man. The big red machine, but you were negative 20 years old when that shit happened. So They didn't give you anything there. Guys, like the video, sub to the channel. If we get 30 likes, we're going to do a third draft, and Big Ray is going to join us to draft, as well as 10 subs, which get us another draft as well. And if you're interested in getting some perks, first 10 people that sub to this channel from this stream or any of the next streams qualify, and they're going to be entered into a drawing for a free month in the community, Discord access. You get access to the NFL futures, all those good things. Just when you sub, say sub in the chat. Let me know who you are, and then I'll also find it on the YouTube studio. Blake helped me out with that graphic. Got to shout out Blake for being the media manager in this channel. Great thumbnails. Everything is awesome on that end. We appreciate you, dude. So let's take Alec Pierce. We have to hope Trevor Lawrence falls back here. He should fall back because the Josh Allen team should not be taking a quarterback here, and Justin Herbert's still on the board. And you would never take Herbert and Lawrence back-to-back for the team of the turn because they both have week 7 buys. It's right here, buddy. You know I got one, Jedi. I can't constantly be drinking it because I'd be spitting out, booze all over my computer. All right, so Chuck with the Trevor Lawrence. We got our first stack there. Now we have a potential to get a Daniel Jones team as well. So we have 3 options for the rest of our stacks. Probably going to be a 3-quarterback team. I'm going to wait now because all these receivers have really late correlation, which I do like having the options. Spitters are quitters, man. It's like if you're going to have it in your mouth, why not just swallow it? My personal opinion, but you know what? I've never been put in that situation. I would tell you this. I think I would swallow. I think I would. Why the hell not?
Good. Tell me everything.
Okay. They were both here. They were both inside me. Eduardo was in my mouth and Luther was in my butt.
Oh my God, no, don't tell me everything. What? No, what?
Damn it, Bonnie.
Eduardo who?
Sanchez.
Holy shit, tell us more.
Then Luther went in Eduardo's butt for a while.
Tell us less. Tell us less.
Then they both completed on each other. I was left out of the finale.
Left out of the finale. Yeah, you don't want to be left out of the finale. Speaking of finale, it is 4th of July, so the grand finale is the best part. The only part worth watching, if you ask me. That sounded un-American. My bad. All right, up in 10 picks. Eduardo is definitely the freak there. Luther was the dominant one. Eduardo was the freak. Look at this guy's receiver room, man. He takes Gibbs and Hendy. He's got 6 receivers. I love all of them, honestly, besides the Xavier Worthy pick. So he's not going to be able to correlate any of these guys. Nico, he can correlate. He's not going to be able to get Devontae Adams correlated anymore. He passed on that, which is probably a mistake. Some of these people don't realize in a big tournament, you have to have stacks. Like, there's just no way around it. Jackson Dart is still available. It's interesting. We don't have a tight end, do we? No, we don't. It's a loose end. Take either of these guys. All right. See if we can salvage this team. The running back start is just never ideal. I'm just never taking Ladd McConkey ahead of his ADP. I cannot do that. Garrett Wilson, I'm comfortable with doing it. I end up getting him anyway. Ted McMillan, I'm not taking those guys ahead. Someone just took Michael Pittman. Thank you for that. Thank you for that Ricky Pearsall gift. Appreciate you, dude. Thanks, buddy. And now, someone took Brock Purdy's been gone for a while. What am I smoking? Matt Stafford is still on the board, though. Not for me. Not without a stack with him. Jared Goff's still on the board. So we're going to get we might get Kyle Pitts here, which would be great value at pick 111. Team's coming together. I wanted Matthew Golden. That's fine. This guy could take Kyle Pitts, but he already has George Kittle. and Tyler Warren. So there's no way he's taking a third tight end. If he does, then he just fucked us and he's an idiot. So, all right. Coming together, boys. We have an option for a Falcons quarterback now as well. So our quarterback options are Daniel Jones, either Tua or Penix. I prefer Penix. Cam Ward and Geno Smith. So we have 4 options to stack this team up properly. I do like the back stacks. That's some of the nice advantages of these receivers that have the late quarterbacks. You're not tied to players. You have the board more open to. You don't have to force picks. Yeah, 250. We're babies, man. The United States, we are a very, very young, like the youngest country. And we've come a long way. It's crazy. We rule the world, essentially. But we're the best, right? Freedom of speech is the best part. That's what we do have, which we all appreciate. We just have freedom, right? Some people said we don't. I would disagree with that. We could have more freedoms, yes, but we have plenty of freedom here in this country. We can say what we want. We can do what we want. That's what we love.
Hey, you ever accidentally masturbate to young pictures of your mom?
Who the fuck starts a conversation like that? I just sat down.
Like, how many countries would Family Guy even be allowed in? Like, half of them? People get really, I mean, they get offended in this country now, but offended is different than being arrested. All right. We need one more running back. And I think I have the guy in mind. Might be too much of a reach, but I'm not in the business of reaching on running backs when you start off with Cook, Barkley, and Javonte Williams. That is a good one. That's a good one, GT. Better question. How many countries don't have TV, live video TV? I mean, pretty much every third world country, which is a third of the world. I kind of made that set up, but it's a lot of them, man. A lot of South American countries, a lot of countries in Africa. That'd be wild, dude. There's some obviously some island people that just have never seen anything. There's some people in Mississippi that don't have any of these things. Apologize to you if you are from Mississippi. My bad. So let's take heed. And we have a pretty balanced team. How's your team looking, Derek? I haven't looked at Derek's team. Derek's sitting at the 6 hole. He's the American sniper, Chris Kyle. It's a decent team. Only one quarterback, huh? So we're going to be fighting for the scraps here, which I don't like. I don't like fighting for scraps with you, man. My buy situation is okay. Yeah, they are. All right, we got Shaheed, another option at quarterback, but I think we're going to go with Cam Ward this next pick. We already have Carnell Tate. We can backstack at tight end and get Gunnar Helm. Potentially, we could just take Calvin Ridley late. What are the countries, Jedi? Do you know off the top of your head? Well, they're missing out on some awesome programming, that's for sure. And then this has to be Geno Smith late. Geno or Daniel Jones? I much prefer Geno. So we can take Adonai Mitchell as well. So I could take – I still want to take Hawkinson at pick 159. That's a goal of mine every draft. So Derek got his Sam Darnold. Not have any correlation with him, though. Derek's going to take Torrey Horton so fucking early in this draft. Better hope I don't snipe him, bro. You're not the only Chris Kyle in here. No, I already have Shaheed. There's no point, so you're going to get him. You are going to get him. We need to take, oh, man, Zach Charbonnet, I think. What country would I like to visit most? I mean, that's a loaded question because, like, what am I looking for? Switzerland is supposed to be gorgeous. New Zealand is probably the prettiest, but I'm a fat ass, so I want to go to Italy. I want to eat all the fucking Italian food in the world. That's probably my answer. That is probably my answer. I'm not really a wine drinker, but I mean, if I was in Italy, dude, I'm drinking all the wine, eating all the fucking breadsticks, all the bread. Fucking love bread. What's your answer, Blake? Amsterdam. Yeah, I see. I've already experienced all those things in the U.S., right? Illegally, I guess you'd say. So that's why it's not really on my list, but it's supposed to be super cool. I mean, the red light district, though, that is probably worth the trip because that's supposed to be really, really good stuff. But I'm a married man, so I would never say that. I didn't say that. Daniel Jones is sitting out there, but I think I want to wait for Gino. And then is Gunnar Helm already gone? No, Gunner's way down the list. Okay. Dude, if I can get Isaiah Pacheco here, I'll do a fucking backflip. I just got Isaiah Pacheco. I can't do a backflip, but I would if I could. I'll do a somersault. Oh, it's nice just having me and Derek in this draft. There's besides him, like no one's taking our guys. We're getting pretty good value across the board. Hell yes, dude. Done at running back. I think I'm done at running back. Pacheco, Javonte Williams, Saquon Barkley, and James Cook. Dig in that room in a tournament. Now, I should probably take Sadiq to set up the double Geno stack, but I think I'd rather wait and take Adonai Mitchell. That's probably the play. I don't believe in Sadiq. I do believe in TJ Hawkinson. So we're going to take Hawkinson to go along with Kyle Pitts. And we still have the option to take Michael Penix if we'd like to. So if we don't get Geno, we can always pivot to Michael Penix and then take Zachariah Branch in the last round and still get a double stack with our last quarterback. So we have a bunch of options here. And that's all we want to do in these tournaments is keep ourselves fluid and open for stacks. We don't have to force the stacks. And this draft has come pretty smooth to me so far with taking this run of receivers, set it up right here. It was Garrett Wilson, Carnell Tate, Brian Thomas, and Alec Pierce. I had 4 options of quarterbacks that were not taken yet available to me. And the only guys I took that aren't stackable, that already weren't able to be stacked, was Ricky Pearsall and Rashid Shaheed, who I like both those players in a vacuum. And then Kyle Pitts has an option as well. So I'm going to either get an Atlanta quarterback for my third or Geno Smith. Unfortunately, Gunnar Helm is not going to be available for me. So you could make the argument I should have taken Gunnar Helm over TJ Hawkinson, but I just don't like missing out on my favorite player to draft this year. And I know it sounds wild to say that TJ Hawkinson is my favorite player to draft, but you guys know me. I think it's the easiest bet to beat his ADP in fantasy this year. You got to see a game there, dude. You have to. Derek, don't take Gunnar Helm, and I'll throw you a bone, and I will not draft Torrey Horton. We'll make a little gentleman's agreement here. Totally fair. Totally fair agreement. And there he goes. That's all right. We can take the receivers late. So Calvin Ridley and Adonai Mitchell. We need Geno here. Or maybe I skip on Geno and then take Michael Penix, and then I can get Zach Branch. Well, Geno's already gone, so I have to skip on Geno. There we go. All right. My answer was made for me. I prefer Michael Penix here because I think Cam Ward and Trevor Lawrence will be good enough to get me through at some point. 7 or 8 weeks. So we can't take Adonai Mitchell. What's up, Bink? Give me 1 second. I'm on the clock, bro. So we're going to take Zach Branch to set up Michael Penix. I think we could push Penix one more round. What is the American Sniper, Chris Kyle? He has 3 quarterbacks. Caleb, Sam Darnold, and Aaron Rodgers. He's done at quarterback. So we're good there. We're going to pop Calvin Ridley in there to get another stack with Cam Ward. And we just have to hope and pray that Penix or I want Penix over Tua. I'll take Tua if I need to. Fall back to me. Pretty nice team, guys. I'll get to your question in a second, Bink. We started off with James Cook, Saquon Barkley, Javonte Williams. We have Garrett Wilson, Carnell Tate, Brian Thomas, Alec Pierce, Trevor Lawrence, Ricky Pearsall, Kyle Stinky Pitts, Rashid Shaheed, Cam Ward, Pacheco, Hawkinson, Zach Branch, and Calvin Ridley. So not a bad team. Get to Kenneth's comment here. Long time, Bank. How you been, man? My burning question is, what's your take on the Bears wide receivers, Rome versus Luther? I just straight up think Rome will be better. I like Rome at his ADP more than I like Luther at his ADP. Currently, there's a 16-pick gap now. It was, starting when we started these drafts in the end of February, early March, right when they dropped, and they were back-to-back. It was like 47 to 48. Now we have Luther going pick 42, and we have Rome Odunze going pick 59. 17 picks almost. My worry with Rome, besides his inconsistent play, is the foot injury and his comments, right? Like he straight up said that it's just his quote was it'll never be the same, which I don't know why he said that in the first place. So I take Luther in a vacuum all day long. Luther Burden over Rome Odunze, just based on the fact that Luther was handpicked by Ben Johnson. Rome Odunze was inherited by the Bears staff. So that alone, I know that's kind of a crutch argument, but Luther has more juice. Rome had way higher draft capital, though. Rome Odunze was drafted 9th overall. I think 8th, 9th, or 10th overall in the NFL draft to be in that elite draft class, right? He was drafted ahead of Brian Thomas, and he just has not put it together, and the film has not been impressive, man. I was never a big fan of him coming out of Washington. And all those guys, I think the best player, I don't want to say the best player, but Jalen McMillan's been pretty damn good, and Jalen Polk was the other guy. Remember, there was 3 guys from that Washington team that were playing with Penix that were drafted in the first 2 rounds. Maybe McMillan was a 3rd-round pick, but Jalen Polk's out of the NFL. Rome Odunze has been a bust, and McMillan can't stay healthy. So all those guys have been pretty underwhelming. So the answer is Luther, but for value purposes, give me the guy going a round and a half later in Rome Odunze. You're still tied to the same offense. He was their number 1 receiver and actually had 6 touchdowns in 7 games before the injury. So we just, if the injury was like something small, if he broke his arm, I'd be all about Rome Odunze this year over Luther straight up. But that's not what we're dealing with right now. Okay, so Penix, we have just 2 more picks here. Is there a running back worth taking? Let me look at my squad here. I have 8 receivers. I need a tight ends. That's what I need. And they're all gross. They are all gross. So we're going to take Penix now. And then buy 6 and buy 11. God, is Pitts and Hawkinson enough? Fuck. I'm going to take a high upside running back here. Either Mike Washington or Jaden Blue. Because I only have 4 running backs. The running backs are strong, though. James Cook, Saquon Barkley, Javonte Williams, and Isaiah Pacheco. But I want one more running back. I have 8 receivers. That should be plenty. 2 tight ends. I don't like the tight ends on the board. So let's take Mike Washington and call it a day. So the build's okay. It's a 3-5-8-2 build. The question is Kyle Pitts and TJ Hawkinson enough? I think it's enough, and I would have taken Evan Ingram as my 3rd tight end. That could be a nothing burger. And I think Mike Washington could also be a nothing burger, but it gives me some more running back depth behind Isaiah Pacheco. Pretty balanced team. It's just me and Derek in here, guys. After this, we'll do draft grades, and we're going to hop in another draft. So if you guys want to draft with us, this is a Chihuahua. We might do a super flex after this to get everyone in because those fill up slower. If we get enough people that want to draft, we'll do a sit and go and do a $3 sit and go. Greg Dulcich is going a lot earlier than you think. Greg Dulcich went, usually 14th round? where was it? Oh, even later. Where's he at? Where's Dulcich? 15th round, 1503 right here for Greg Dulcich. So, yeah, I mean, it's a wise pick. He's essentially their number one receiver, number one pass catcher there besides Devin Achane. All right, about to do draft grades here. Let me fill up this beer, and we will get to it.
Simple Jack, the story of a mentally impaired farmhand who can talk to animals, was a box office disaster that many critics called one of the worst movies of all time.
Got a good brain.
I think you've got a fine brain, Jack.
You make me happy.
But now the question is, can speed...
Guys, we got 33 people in here. What's up on a 4th of July? If you're new to the channel, you've not subscribed, best time to do it right now. First 10 subs qualify to enter into a free drawing for 1 free month of the Discord and the community. So get in there. You get access to my everything the community has to offer, as well as my future bets. You get access to our rankings in 2 weeks when we post them. Me and the other 6 co-hosts will post our rankings, and access to all the community, all the hosts, and just see what we're all about, because we want to get people in there. We have 40 people in there right now. Would love to have more people. Before we do draft grades, I just want to shout out to everyone in the community right now. Thank you guys. Appreciate you guys. You know who you are. Thank you. And also, let's say hello to Helen Hunt. Look at Helen today. She is just looking lovely. All right, draft grades, Derek. Derek, what'd you think of your team, man? Before we go through it, I just want to hear what you think before we go on to it. I think I like my team quite a bit. Pretty balanced. We'll see what you guys think. This is a $4 Chihuahua, so it's not a big money tournament, but a pretty big field of teams. And we're going to start with Derek's team here, Sunday Thunder. We know him as Chris Kyle, the American Sniper on this channel. MVP's in here. He's a fanatic in the Patreon. What's up, buddy? He says, call me crazy, but I like Jaden Higgins this year. In the 120s, man, I like him too. My concern is run-heavy scheme, and I like Jalen Knoll a lot. Now, Jaden Higgins, the last 6 games of the year, I think it was because of Nico Collins' injury, but he was out-snapping Nico Collins. That's not going to continue. But I could see a world where Jaden Higgins plays 70% of the snaps. And, you know, if they can – they did shore up that offensive line. If they go back to what made C.J. Stroud awesome his rookie year, it was heavy packages, you know, a lot of 12 personnel, which Higgins should be on the field because he's a great blocker, and play action. And that is going to make C.J. Stroud thrive and kind of condense the target saturation there. Let's get to Derek's team. Picking from the 6 hole, he has Caleb Williams. Guys, draft grades, A through F. Get them in the chat. Let us know what you think. Caleb Williams, Sam Darnold, and Aaron Rodgers at quarterback. Christian McCaffrey, Derrick Henry, Kenny Gainwell, Zach Charbonnet, and Braylon Allen. Very, very balanced room. What's up, Disbanded? Luther Burden, DJ Moore, DK Metcalf, Josh Downs, Romeo Doubs, Khalil Shakir, and Torrey Horton, with Trey McBride, AJ Barner, and Pat Freiermuth. You bastard. It's a really good team. This is a really good team. So the quarterback room's a little light, but taking 3 was necessary. Caleb is a fine anchor. You got 2 studs at running back. Kenny is a fine 3. Charbonnet is perfect for this team for the late stages of the year. And I like Braylon Allen a lot. And then I guess the wide receiver upside there with DJ Moore and DK as your 2 and 3. I much prefer them to being a 3 and 4. But what I love is this next run of players, specifically Downs, Romeo Doubs, and Khalil Shakir. Really, really, really nice floor there. And then Torrey Horton is one of my favorite players. And this is a Trey McBride team. Like, this team shouldn't look this good with Trey McBride. I don't know why you took a 3rd tight end. You took Freiermuth to pair up with Aaron Rodgers. I understand that. And they're both stacks. I think you should have taken Jeremy Bernard or something, man. So I'm going to ding you for the 3 tight end bill with Trey McBride. I don't like having 3 quarterbacks and 3 tight ends in this specific draft. This actually wasn't that sharp of a room, Disbanded. It was just me and Derek in the community drafting here. I'm going to give it a solid B because of the tight end thing. I think that you lost some value there. You needed some more bullets at wide receiver. And I think your running back room could be a little better. I think it's a pretty good team, though. Derek, what do you think of the team? It wasn't your best, but it definitely wasn't your worst. The only times he has bad drafts is when he drafts Jadarian Price, and then he panics. He takes 7 running backs. Like, literally, every bad draft we see, like really bad draft we see on this channel, it's a Jadarian Price team because they're like, well, I don't really trust him. So it's still a good team, Derek. I just want one more receiver. Like, 7 was not enough with DK as your 3. So other than that, though, it's pretty good. All right, let's see if my team beats this one. I think it should. We have quite a bit of stacks, too. Trevor Lawrence, Cam Ward, and Michael Penix. So we're a little light at quarterback. James Cook, Saquon Barkley, Javonte Williams, Isaiah Pacheco, and Mike Washington. Garrett Wilson, Carnell Tate, Brian Thomas, Alec Pierce, Ricky Pearsall, Rashid Shaheed, Zach Branch, and Calvin Ridley, with Kyle Pitts and TJ Hawkinson. As I'm reading it, I'm not as enamored with it as I was when I was drafting it. I feel like tight end is average with only 2. Receiver, I have – so all these guys are stacked up. I have Trevor Lawrence is stacked with Brian Thomas. We have 2 stacks with Cam Ward. We have 2 stacks with Michael Penix. So it's correlated well. The running back room is gonna keep this team in play here because I think Pacheco is a really good 4. Just the inherent upside of him possibly starting a couple weeks, and then I think he's gonna have a lot of games with touchdowns. So, and Mike Washington, I think I could have gone with a 4 running back team. If I had a Kenny Gainwell as my 4, I'd be more apt to do 4 running backs only. But the wide receiver room just has some issues. But I think Ricky Pearsall is a fine 5. Obviously, you guys know I love Shaheed, so it's a solid team, man. Which one do you prefer, Blake, if you had to pick? Hispanic said it took me 3 years before I started seeing the matrix of best ball. 100%, man. It is kind of a numbers game, and there's a lot of, the correlating is huge, and then also just the builds, bro. It's all about how much draft capital you're putting in each position, and you never want to go too heavy in one position because you'll lose out on points. So that's the thing. Blake says I got a B. Derek says B to B plus. So I didn't get a D plus, right? That's good. We don't want no D pluses up in here.
Looks good to me.
Excuse me. I'm sorry.
Hey, I got an
Sorry.
A.
Pardon me. Can I just check this out? D plus? Oh my God. I passed. I passed. Oh man. I got a D plus. I'm gonna graduate. I wish we'd known each other. This is a little awkward. D plus.
All right. Who's down to draft? Thank you, Kenneth. He likes my team more. A couple more seconds. All right, we'll wait for you, Mouth. What do you mean by that, Disbanded? I blew that money before I saw it. Mouth said his team. I can check that out here in the Discord real quick. Give me 1 second, and we'll check it out. Let's see. We got Jordan Love, Geno. This is a single. This is the mini golden, right? The single entry. Jordan Love, winner take all, by the way, too. Jordan Love, Geno Smith, Jacoby Brissett, McCaffrey, Derrick Henry, Chuba Hubbard, Jordan Mason, Braylon Allen, Zay Flowers, Garrett Wilson, Christian Watson, Marvin Harrison, Chris Godwin, Omar Cooper, Calvin Ridley, Torrey Horton, Sam Laporta, and Kenyon Sadiq. This is a pretty good team, man. I love that you went with some obscure stacks, right? Love Geno and Jacoby Brissett, weird quarterback room that's gonna play in this tournament. You just got to advance. I like Marvin Harrison as your 4, Chris Godwin's as your 5, Chuba Hubbard's a fine number 3. Tight end room's a little light, but you had to sacrifice somewhere. This is a solid B plus, dude. Disband it. We are drafting underdog. We are drafting the Chihuahua, or we could do super flex. That's easier to get all of us in here. Let's do a super flex. So let me know who's all in the draft. I get a head count for everybody, and then we'll figure out what tournament we're going to go in, because Chihuahua filled up way too fast last time. Mouth didn't even get in, and he was trying to get in. So, yeah, that's probably a better team than the ones we just drafted. So let me know who's down to draft with us. Kind of says my guys this year: Chase Brown, Zay Flowers, Rashad White. I am not a Rashad White dude. I see the appeal. I just think it's a mucky 3-headed committee. That team that's not going to be able to run the ball very well either. But I like Chase Brown, and I love Zay Flowers. So I like Chase Brown, love Zay Flowers, dislike Rashad White is how I would rank that. In full PPR, though, I see the appeal in Rashad White. All right, let's do a super flex, guys. Mouth, are you ready? I want to make sure. Chihuahua we won't fill it. We won't be able to get everyone in. Mouth, we just did one and you didn't get in the last one. It filled up It went from seven left to 1 left in like 5 seconds. I think the super flex is our best option. So let's hop in, and I am joining right now. Five spots left, boys. 5 spots. Get on in there. German Shepherd Superflex. There it is. It's all going to fill up right now. Love it, love it, love it. That was fast. If we do another one and we have this many people in here, we'll just do a sit and go and all get in the same league together. Is everyone in here? Mouth is in here. Derek is in here. Jedi is in here. Anyone else get in here from the chat? Let us know so we know where you're picking. We're at 9. We get that pick a lot, bro. Ferris wheels. Inside joke. All right. Let me text back the wife real quick. All right. All right, here we go. Josh Allen. All right, sorry, a little distracted. Wife is blowing off fireworks, just making sure she's being safe. You know how crazy that shit can get. So where are we at here? We have Derek at 12. I'm at 9. Mouth is at 2. And then Jedi is at 8 right next to me. Man, I'm not going to get a quarterback. Disbanded in Superflex. It's different than in the normal ones. I like the back 4. I like 10, 11, 12, the back 3 in particular in a normal draft. I guess we're going to take Joe Burrow. This just doesn't work out because you can't really stack Joe Burrow very often. But we're going to make it work. Another Joe Burrow team in the Superflex. I think I've had it in my last 3 drafts we've done on here. I think the 2 we did earlier today and then this one. So that's in best ball that it's been. I think in redraft, I'm fine anywhere. I think this year it's pretty clear. There's a lot of good value all over the board. Top 3 is top 3 players in fantasy. You can make an argument for any of those 3 guys being number 1. And then 4 and 5 is spine 2, Puka and JSN. I like JT. I like all of them, man. So where the problem is a second round coming back, right? Like there's like some guys I don't love, Devin A-Chain, Amarian Hampton. Those guys are getting steamed up a little too high. And then the second tier of receivers, it drops off quick. Once you get to Drake London, A.J. Brown, George Pickens. So the problem with drafting in the top 3 is that the 2-3 turn is rough, man. I've been saying that for about a month now. I prefer the 3-4 turn. I think those players are almost as good as the players you're getting at the 2-3 turn. So that's why I do prefer the far right side. I prefer 9, 10, 11, 12. So I guess we're going to take JSN. Kind of a nice fall there for JSN. Disbanded, did you get in this one? Did anyone else get in this with us? I don't see any names I recognize. I'm also drunk, so. It's a good way to put it, Kenneth. The Loveland thing I don't really get. I'm not on board with, but Brock Bowers, it's just everything makes sense with Brock Bowers. With Kirk Cousins is awesome because Kyle Pitts went nuclear with Kirk Cousins. At this stage of his career, he's a check down merchant. With a rookie quarterback in Mendoza who has a lot of talents and he's relatively mobile too, Brock Bowers is going to eat. And it's the wide receiver room. I've said this before. The Raiders wide receiver room makes $7.2 million combined. That's Trey Tucker. That's Dante Thornton. That's Jalen Naylor, who's actually the one that makes the most money. And then it's Jack Bash. Like, it's not a good wide receiver room. So that is why Brock Bowers is going to have 160 targets. Like, it's going to be almost a Trey McBride level volume year last year. Probably won't have Trey McBride's season from last year, but like if you give a tight end Trey McBride's season was worthwhile of a top 10 pick in fantasy, and Brock Bowers is going in around pick 20. So I'm not about drafting early tight end ever. Usually I like the second or third guy if I was ever going to go that direction. Last year I was all about Trey McBride. I was off Brock Bowers because of the cost. I think I'm willing to pay up for Brock Bowers because in full PPR only, because I think he's going to have 110 catches. And he's going to have the same stats as the receivers going around him. Like, I think Brock Bowers will have a better year than George Pickens, and George Pickens is going right around him at wide receiver. So give me Brock Bowers all day in full PPR at his current value. Seems like free money to me. So we need, okay. Bowers is also just an elite talent, man. Like, Brock Bowers I think we're all just he was hurt last year. Like, that's the bottom line. He was hurt. And he played injured. So that's the worst thing is, like, we have memories of him in the field in a lot of those games where he went like 3 for 40. He also had 7 touchdowns last year somehow in a limited capacity with the worst team in the NFL. Like, that was the worst team in the NFL. He was hurt. It's got to be amazing. So Mouth got St. Brown, Goff, and Gibbs. That is pretty tight. That is tight. What are the ADPs here? I'm going to check that out. But that is lovely right there. I mean, I'm on the other side of the board, Mal, so I wasn't going to be taking any of those players. I was not taking St. Brown over JSN. I was not taking Jared Goff over JSN. And now I'm screwed because Derek's going to take fucking Sam Darnold from me. And take Malik Willis, brother. Hey, he did. He has Devin A-Chain. Smart man. Smart man. Now, these guys have 3 and 2 quarterbacks. They should not take Sam Darnold. They should allow me to get Sam Darnold here. If not, I have to have a backup plan, and it's Kenneth Walker, which I am fine with. There goes Brock Bowers. So we're going to take our second quarterback here, pair him up with JSN. We have to hope we get T. Higgins. That is the biggest key to this draft right now. I'm going to take a look at Mouth's team and see what the ADP was. So you got St. Brown 6 picks after ADP. That is wild stuff. That is good stuff, man. It made sense for you, though, Derek. Now, you could have backstacked Sam Darnold for sure, but you did have Devin A-Chain, so it kind of made some sense. Because here's the thing is, you cannot – that's the only stack that's possible for Malik Willis unless you want to take Greg Dulcich, which you can still take really late. Shout out to Derek for just being he's a sniper, and sometimes he chose to keep the safety on and not snipe me. So I salute you, good sir. I fucking salute you.
I've been here when it was glory hole days, and I've been here when it wasn't. And so having said that, I want me some glory hole.
All right, 11 more likes in this video, and we will pop in another draft after this. 20 more Super Chat dollars, and we will pop in another draft, or 10 subs. Guys, we have 0 subs in this video. I'm offering a promotion to give away a free month in the community. Free money, man. Free money. You're going to get some future bets. You're going to get a lot of good analysis in the Discord. So what are you waiting for? There goes Breece Hall and Cam Ward to Mouth. So not a bad quarterback room, considering he took one in the 5th and the 2nd. So we only have one receiver, huh? We would take either of these quarterbacks. That's it. Take that guy. Nope. He gone. Let's shoot for some upside here. There goes Nico. Yeah, Superflex is really tough, man, especially in a best ball because stacking's so important. So you have to manage not getting left out on quarterback and figuring out where you're going to draft your wide receivers that correlate with the quarterback. There goes Daniel Jones. So we're going to take Bryce Young at pretty good value, I feel like. All right. Working out okay. We're going to most likely be able to get T. Higgins here. None of these guys to the right of me have any receivers, which is a little scary. T. Higgins is 5 receivers down the list. So I expect Neighbors to go to Derek. Derek will take Neighbors here for sure. He'll probably take Neighbors and Rashee Rice. There goes Rashee Rice, and then here comes the Neighbors pick, guys. Or we might go running back. There goes Neighbors. Hey, I know my guys, all right? I know them. Unfortunately, T. Higgins is probably going to get sniped from me, which is not cool. But if that happens, we'll take Tet McMillan. It won't be the end of the world. I know I can stack up Bryce Young later. I can't really stack. There's no stacking Joe Burrow later. He takes Bucky Irving. All right, working out okay. So we have both of our top 2 quarterbacks stacked up with JSN and T. Higgins. We could hope to get Jalen Coker later. We can possibly take Chuba Hubbard in the next round or 2 if he's available. I mean, I guess Chris Brazzell, but I don't consider Chris Brazzell an NFL player, so that doesn't really count as a stack. Curious to see what Mouth does here. You have a team next to you that has 0 receivers. There's a bunch of teams that have like no receivers. So Chris, the guy next to me at the 110, has 0 receivers right now. He has Rodgers, Mayfield, and Hurts. So he can stack up Mayfield and Rodgers pretty late. This guy picking right now, Crimson, has no receivers. He takes Colson Loveland. Okay. I don't know. I mean, I get that you want to take quarterbacks and running backs, but should have at least a couple receivers at this point in the draft. They thin out pretty quick, man. There goes Garrett Wilson. All right, Mouth, you got a great start, man. Don't F it up. No pressure. No pressure. We're all watching you. Mouth at the 2 hole. Let's all watch Mouth. 2-2-2 build so far. Thanks, Connor. That's good stuff. Connor's going to be the one giving the back shots, too, which we hear he's really good at those. He's very accurate. And he's accurate and he sprays. He has like a shotgun. So it has like pellets. Just goes all over the place. So it gets in their hair, on their neck, on the bed, all those things. But a majority of it on the back, which is where we want for a back shot. Nice pull there. Mouth with Tet McMillan way after ADP. He's getting some nice value here. Chuba's probably not falling back to me. I would like it if he did. I only have 1 running back. I doubt he does. But there are some other really good options here at wide receiver available. So there's no one to correlate with the quarterback. There goes Brissett. We already have 3 quarterbacks, so we want these quarterbacks to go. And then Chuba from Jedi. God damn it, Jedi. I guess we're going to take Ladd McConkey. I don't like Ladd McConkey. I do like Terry McLaurin over Ladd McConkey, but you know what? For diversification purposes, let's take Ladd McConkey here. Sharpest shooter in the Midwest. Shooter. Thank you, Connor. We love Connor around here. Hopefully we see Connor in these streams for years to come. Hopefully the streams last for years to come. We're approaching the 1-year anniversary of the streams. Actually, I think it's July 27th is the 5-year anniversary of the channel. So our very first episode of Rob Squared, which is what it was called when we started the show, hence the R2 in the hat, was July 27th, 5 years ago. Almost 5 years ago. So we'll do something special for that now. It'll be a fun night. I'll have a bunch of guests on. And we've had probably 15 different co-hosts for different portions, different stretches. And we'll try to have as many of those people on, have a little celebration nights. I'll figure out something. Something fun. Man, Tyler Warren is still available. So my tight end options are not great at all. I got to take the best available tight end. And it's going to be Tyler Warren if he falls. Okay, we're going to punt running back here and go really high upside, like handcuff running backs and have 6 or 7 of them. But we should get Tyler Warren here. This guy already has a tight end. He's got Brock Bowers, and we get Tyler Warren a little after ADP. Do like that pick. So we are still sticking with just Derrick Henry right now, which has me a little worried. But looking at how many running backs these guys have been taking, that's why I haven't taken. There's no value at running back right now. This Mouth has, the team next to Mouth, Rick has 4 running backs. Another team has 3, 3, 2, 3, 3, 3. Everyone has 3 running backs on the left side of me. So. Well, there we go. Mouth, let's go. Downtown Fanatics. We're going to have Ray join us too for this next one. And Mouth, he is funding the channel. He is our channels are tied, guys. So also, gentlemen in here, there's 29 people in here. Look at how Mouth's drafting. The guy knows ball. Check out Downtown Sports. They're on 23 platforms. They had Iron Eagle on their show. They have Noah Eagle on their show. They have the Eagles on their show once or twice a year. They just had the Clippers announcer. They have a World Cup specialist coming on as well. Again, Downtown Sports, 23 platforms. They're also on YouTube. Head over there. Give them a like. Give them a sub. Check out the show where sports come home. And he just took RJ Harvey and Carnell Tate. That's a nice match there. Also, guys, again, if you have not subbed to this channel, giving away a free month of full service Professional Fanatics access. First 10 subs enter into a drawing. I will draw that live for you guys once we get 10 in here, whether it's tonight or tomorrow's stream, whatever. And get in the community, get in the Discord, and get all the access to all the stuff that these guys get, which is, it's the place to be, as they say. It's the place to be. Thanks, Hetzer. There's a lot of us out here, man, so I don't know if I'm the best. I think I'm pretty good. I think our channel is elite, not because of me, because of because of you guys for one, and then all the fine people that come on this program. We're gonna take Blake Corum. Let's go. All right, got our second running back now. That's big. Sir, I love you, dude. Happy 4th. I'm drunk as fuck. Hell yeah, man. Hopefully you're being safe, Hetzer. I love you too. I love all you guys. Hetzer is one of the most genuine members of the community that we have. So this is what we're doing right now, Jay Shambo. This is what we're doing right now. This is the German Shepherd. We are in it right now. If you want to check out the board, we can break it down. We're doing draft grades after this as well. So Mouth has a rant coming out on Downtown Sports. What is it about? Is it about Brandon Ayuk? Did you guys hear about the Brandon Ayuk thing? He went crazy again, guys. He's off his rocker again. Ooh, we have some options here. And we don't need a Michael Penix is still available. Take Michael Penix, Derek. Derek, Michael Penix is sitting there for you, bro. We'll see if he does it. Takes Ryan Flournoy. Oh, he's matching up Dak. We have 2 really good options here. It's Kenny Gainwell. It's DK Metcalf. So, fuck. I should take Kenny Gainwell, but I'm going to pair this. I'm going to make this a wild running back room and go upside with all of the backups. So Gainwell or Metcalf. I'm going to go Metcalf. Fuck. I'm not. I'm going to go Gainwell. I need some stability at running back. With my running back 2 being Blake Corum, I had to do it. I wanted to take DK Metcalf so bad, but I can't. Are those PF hats Richardson brand? They are Pacific Headwear, man. They're pretty nice, bro. I have 2 different models, too. Connor, I will send your ass a hat. If you get in the community, you're getting a hat because you have sent me a lot of supers. You have earned the right to be in the community. Also, I'm going to send you a hat. So you got to get in the community for me to get your information, and I'm going to send you a hat and a shirt for free on me, my dude. Yeah, double. See, there you go. So, like I said, I need to get your information. I'm going to send you a hat and a shirt for free. Pretty high. The hats are really high quality. The shirts are kind of, you've seen them. They're okay. The hats are really nice. Faded. Let me get the draft board up here for you guys. I've seen an article today about Kyron and Corum being top ranked running back backfield. What are your thoughts? No. I mean, they're a nice duo, but Kyron's an average running back, and Blake Corum is still working on being a good running back. I think Blake Corum's a better runner. Kyron's probably a better running back. But no, not the best running back in the duo. Who is the best running back duo is an interesting question to get to. I mean, we could just go, I guess there's not a lot of good duos out there. It's a good call. I mean, Cam Scatterbo and Tyrone Tracy is pretty good. But maybe they're the best duo, but they don't even have a top 10 running back in my mind in their backfield. So it's, they have two really good running backs, right? We're going to call them both really good running backs, but no, dude, Brandon Ayuk is off his rocker. So again, go check out the video he dropped on Instagram. So I'll tell you the story real quick before I get to my pick. So Jaden Daniels was at a World Cup game, and Jaden Daniels was getting heckled by a fan. They mentioned Brandon Ayuk and talk shit about Brandon Ayuk, and he laughed. He didn't say anything. He just laughed, probably because he was uncomfortable, because Jaden Daniels is a sweetheart. He's a great dude. And Brandon Ayuk sees this video and then starts threatening, essentially talking shit to Jaden Daniels, and calls out his mom and says it's his team now, even though he's not even on the team yet, and telling him to check himself. And dude, he is not getting signed by the Commanders. No way, no how. That's not happening. No way. So, I mean, really good news for, the other guys. Debo, I think that Stephon Diggs should go there. Stephon Diggs should go there for sure. Let's take Worthy. The Bears. Yeah, I think that Kyron's better than DeAndre Swift, and I think Corum is better than Kyle Monangai, though. A good argument could be, honestly, is the Arizona Cardinals. Because if Jeremiah Love becomes what we all think he is, we know Tyler Algier is a really good backup. He should be a starter somewhere. So that's a proper answer right there. Pacheco and Gibbs, because Gibbs is the second best running back in the league. You can go Brian Robinson and Bijan, because Bijan's the best running back in the league. Where is... I can probably get him later. All right. We have some choices to make here. I'm going to go with Ricky P. Let's keep on working on this wide receiver room. We now have 5 receivers, 3 running backs. We have our stud tight end, so I'm not too worried about tight end right now. See, we need a couple guys to fall back to us. Definitely do. Any of those dudes? Yeah, I'm unfortunately right next to the American sniper, Chris Kyle, so that's not fun. And I should have reached on the guy. We'll see if he falls back. All right. So if we have enough people in this one, we will do a sit and go next. If not, we'll hop in another one of these super flexes. Bijan, hands down, one of the best players in the game, and he gets snubbed every year because of his surroundings. He's getting, real ball. People that know ball understand Bijan's the best running back in the league. Where Gibbs gets more hype because his numbers are better, and I love Jahmyr Gibbs. He's more explosive. He's more electric in terms of home run hitting. But Bijan Robinson has the best lateral agility, the best contact balance. He's more powerful than Jahmyr Gibbs. Not as explosive down the field, but a better pass catcher than Jahmyr. He's just a better player. Never gets hurt. Bijan's a stud, man. I still want Jahmyr Gibbs in fantasy this year over him at number 1. If it's PPR, it's close. I'm still taking Gibbs, but it's really close. I would not blame anyone for taking Bijan because it's the safety, right? The injury. I have less injury concerns with Bijan. All right, this running back room is going to be poopy. I was really hoping Isaiah Pacheco fell back. I took Pearsall ahead of him. We're going to be done at receiver, though. Besides one guy I'm going to take late, if I can get him. I mean, he should be. I'm never gonna like tell anyone they're wrong for taking Bijan this year. It's as close as it gets. It's razor thin. If I'm looking for the ultimate league-winning upside, though, it has to be with Jahmyr Gibbs just based on the offense. We got Jalen Coker to fall back. That is massive. We are pretty much done at wide receiver now. We have 6 receivers. We'll take 1 more late, maybe 2 more late, but we still only have 3 running backs, and they are Derrick Henry, Blake Corum, and Kenneth Gainwell. We only have 1 tight end, but it is Tyler Warren, so I'm not too worried about that. We need to just fill in the running back room here. I think there's one name I really need right now. We'll see if the American Sniper takes him. I'm not going to tell him not to take him because he already didn't take Sam Darnold from me originally. So thank you for that. Unfortunately, Bijan goes 2 and St. Brown goes 7. So just in no world is that ever happening. But yeah, you would win Best Ball Mania. Full PPR is Bijan with Tua. Yeah, if we knew Tua was playing the whole year, I'll give you that. But I think we're going to get Penix for a majority of the year, at least half the year. What's your top 5 picks coming out this year, fantasy-wise? I mean, I'll give you the order first. So the order is going to be Gibbs, Bijan, Jamar Chase, Puka, and JSN. Like, that's pretty set in stone for me. Where I think JSN is farther away from that top 4. He's closer to number 6 and JT, and then maybe St. Brown than he is number 4, number 3. I can give you some value players I like the most. We got Zach Charbonnet. So in terms of best values, I think David Montgomery is up there for me. Terry McLaurin. TJ Hawkinson is my favorite value. That's more of a best ball thing because you shouldn't be drafting him in redraft as your starter. I'm comfortable doing it. Those are 3 guys in particular. I'm really big on Xavier Worthy this year just based on his cost. A guy like Matthew Golden as well. I'm taking shots on those younger receivers that should be the number 2 in their offenses, and we think they're going to be good offenses. So those are some names right there. Sam Laporta. I like Sam Laporta a lot. Obviously, I think Joe Burrow is a guy, if I'm going to take early quarterback, kind of league dependent, right? I'm definitely going to be taking him in every 6 for a passing touchdown league I have. Undervalued player, it's Jared Goff every single season going outside the top 12. Like, what are we doing? He throws 33 touchdowns a year, and he might have to throw more this year because, you know, the secondary is gone. His starting corner is not playing in the NFL anymore. He's released. Brian Branch is out for the foreseeable future. So faded. I'm taking Puka over JT in any format, at least half PPR and full PPR. In standard, yes, JT is the pick, but I am taking in half PPR, I'd rank it Puka, JT, JSN. In full PPR, I'd rank it Puka, JSN, JT. The bigger question in full PPR is, do you want to take JSN or Christian McCaffrey? I'm a little risk adverse in my first round pick, so I'd probably take JSN because he just seems like that guy's going to play 16, 17 games every year. I know what I'm getting there. Also, I love the running backs you get in the second round opposed to the receivers. So it's kind of a build situation. Mark Twain, what's up, man? Howdy, boss. Would you rather have Cam Ward or Tyler Shuck as your quarterback 2 in Superflex Dynasty? Cam Ward all day, all day, all day. I prefer Tyler Shuck this year in redraft, but give me the guy that was the number 1 pick that I have no worries about him being the future. Tyler Shuck could lose his job. I mean, I don't think Cam Ward's losing his job. So that is my answer there. I need Tank Bigsby here. Yes. All right, we're building a team here, boys. And I only have 1 tight end, so we're going to have to take another tight end here. Warren's what, by 13? By 13. I mean, he wasn't a letdown last year, faded. He was the number 2 running back in the league. They're going to scale his workload back. That's not a bad thing. It might help him keep healthy. And then what are my other quarterbacks? So come on, let me have my dude. He took Dulcich. Nice call there. How many tight ends do these guys have? They both have 2 and 1. So I need A.J. Barner in the worst kind of way here. I need him. I need him. I need him. Don't do it. Don't take A.J. Barner. Don't do it. Give me A.J. Barner. He has he needs one tight end. Hopefully he takes Cade Otton. I'm nervous. He takes Cade Otton. It's a good day to be alive, guys. It's a good day to be alive. All right, team's coming together pretty damn nicely here. We have 4 picks left. I love the 20-round format in Superflex. Yeah, Tyler Warren dominated last year, man. Until Daniel Jones got hurt. Then it was atrocious. You pair what he did last year, and let's not forget, Tyler Warren is a triple threat. He can throw the ball. They use him in the Wildcat. He can run the ball around the goal line. I can see him having a passing touchdown and a rushing touchdown, which just adds to his floor. And the Alec Pierce injury, that's something we have to factor in. Tyler Warren's going to be the number one receiver, passing, number one pass catcher there anyway. With Alec Pierce being healthy, it's close. But Alec Pierce is going to be slow to start or maybe missing a week or two. So I love Tyler Warren. I prefer Tyler Warren at cost way over Colson Loveland because you get him 18 picks later. That being said, I don't like taking tight ends in that range because that's a money range in fantasy. Round 5, you're getting a lot of really good value at running back and wide receiver. Seems like more of a floor play than an upside play for me. I think Colson Loveland is the upside shot that he catches 10 or 12 touchdowns in this ascending offense. I don't trust the Colts offense nearly as much as the Bears offense, but I like Tyler Warren. He's going to produce much more like the first 10 games than he is the last 5 games. So don't worry about the last 5 games. They were using him as a blocker, and it was Phillip fucking Rivers, man. Christian Watson for sure, man. So one guy has injury concerns, Christian Watson. The other guy has off-the-field concerns. Christian Watson just got paid. Addison is going to be probably on another team next year, and that could be a good thing or a bad thing. With the unknown, I like Christian Watson this year. Obviously, he goes 30 picks higher than Addison, so it's Christian Watson. I'm going to go with the guy I know this year, and then I know he's got a home there in Green Bay, so give me Christian Watson. I also think he's a better player than Jordan Addison. Full disclosure, I'm not really a big fan of either of these guys, but I would take Christian Watson, and it's not really that close for me. I'm the biggest Tucker Kraft fan ever, man. I'm not taking him so much in best ball because there's still some uncertainty about week 1, and there's some moving parts there, right? Where once redraft comes around, if I see Tucker Kraft on the field and he's full go, quote unquote full go, even if he's a little bit neutered from his ability, 90%, give me all of the Tucker Kraft. Is it really at 4.5, man? Is that real? I thought it'd be at 5.5. Yeah, we're ripping that for sure, dude. I only have a couple future bets already out there, but ETN's not one of them, but I need to look into that. I don't like making future bets on running backs overs because the injury factor is so high. That's why they set it so low. Man, do we reach on this guy here? We have to. What's our running back situation? We have 5 running backs, and they're getting really gross, man. I need another running back really bad. Probably going to be Jaden Blue. We have Bryce Young, Joe Burrow. Shit. This is rough. You know what? Screw it. I have a better idea. We're going to take Torrey Horton around early just to have all of the Seattle players on this team. And then we're going to take a late running back that I should always take with Joe Burrow. All right. So we have another draft coming up. We'll do draft grades after this. Big Ray should be joining us for the 3rd draft. We'll see if he gets his ass on. And that'll be a great time. A great time.
Yeah. Yeah, we can definitely do that. That is a great idea.
Those are the only kind I have.
I can hear my hair growing. You want some soup?
All right, where's he at here? There's my man. So just 2 more picks here. Man, I hate that pick. I can't take Chris Brazzell. It makes sense with his team. I just can't do it. I won't do it. Maybe I'll do it. See what happened there? Talking myself into dumb picks. Don't hate that pick. All right, we're all queued up. No worries here. Draft's about to finish. Mark Twain, Ayuk finished in the league? Yeah, bro. I think he's finished. And it's one of those things where if he doesn't play this year, he's definitely finished. And you know what? I could see a team bringing him in, especially if there's an injury, and then cutting him before the season starts. Because he'll show up there, he'll say something, do something stupid, he'll be out of shape. Like, there's 3 different ways he'll get cut. I just don't think – does any team want to tie themselves to Brandon Ayuk? Like, it's just not a good PR move. And the Browns, I think the Browns would do it had they not drafted 2 first-round receivers or a first- and second-round receiver, and they don't need receivers. The Browns would definitely do it. I think a team that could pull it off, I'm thinking of the Ravens. The Ravens have a great culture. They have a great locker room. Lamar Jackson demands respect. They have veterans there. You know, storied franchise. Like, that would be a team that could pull it off. I think that's about it, man. Like, the Chiefs would do it because they can't have Brandon Ayuk in that locker room, dude. No way. Let's take Coleman. Oh, we have 8 receivers. This is a pretty good team. I'm very curious about these draft grades. There's 4 of us in here, so it'll be a fun session. We all have pretty good teams. Brandon Ayuk has killed himself in this process, and let's hope he doesn't. That's not the outcome he actually has, because I don't wish ill on any single person, even a clown like Brandon Ayuk. But I mean, there's a story every 3 days. He's doing something stupid, and I don't know. It's super concerning, man. Like, if you're in his circle of family members, like, pull the guy aside. Maybe he's one of those guys you just can't talk to because he's holier than thou and he's made it in this world, you know. But man, self-sabotage is real, dude. Very real. The Steelers would bring him in, honestly, because they wanted to trade for him a couple years back, right? But they have Pittman. They drafted Jeremy Bernard. There's no room for him there. And I don't think Aaron Rodgers would want anything to do with that clown. All right, the team is done. It's a decent squad, man. I don't think it's the best team I've ever drafted. Mouth might have that. Mouth says bipolar disorder usually begins when you're 30. Brandon Ayuk is 28 years old. This has been happening now for about a year, so 27. But you know what kind of expedites the process is brain injuries and CTE, and he most certainly probably has that. I'm not putting all this on CTE because, yeah, there's a lot of knuckleheads running around there making crazy decisions, but this is like really erratic stuff. This is next level. This is Antonio Brown. I mean, AB will always be the greatest receiver to never make it. I mean, Antonio Brown made it, dude. Antonio Brown's a Hall of Fame player, or he will be or should be. His post-career life has been wild, and his last 3 years is wild. That Raiders incident, all that stuff. He was pretty much washed at that point anyway. He got a swan song there in Tampa Bay, but AB didn't really tank his career. Like, AB at least had a career to tank, and it was already over with at that point anyway. I mean, AB played longer in his prime than Calvin Johnson did because he retired as long as Julio Jones did. So I think that's a pretty good career for a small receiver. All right, draft grade time. Let's see what we have here. First, we got Mouth first. Mouth of the South first. He loved this team. Let's see how much we love it. I think it's going to be really good. Jared Goff, Cam Ward, and Cade Klubnik at quarterback. So he waited at quarterback. Jared Goff and Cam Ward is a little light. I will say that's a little light. Jahmyr Gibbs, Breece Hall, RJ Harvey, Keaton Mitchell, Nick Singleton, and Damon Claiborne. Like the top two running backs, Harvey's fine at 3. Then you have a lot of question marks. St. Brown, Garrett Wilson, Ted McMillan, Carnell Tate, Chris Godwin, Wandale Robinson, Adonai Mitchell, with George Kittle, Kenyon Sadiq, Gunnar Helm, and Jake Tunges. So you don't have Brock Purdy. Why did you take Jake Tunges? That is, I feel like, a total waste of a pick. I know you're protecting yourself against George Kittle, but that should have been a running back, dude. So St. Brown, Garrett Wilson, Ted McMillan, Carnell Tate, Chris Godwin, Wandale, and Adonai Mitchell. This is a very nice team here. Nice wide receiver room, I mean. And then the running back room is solid. RJ Harvey's a 3, Kit Mitchell's a 4, Nick Singleton. Quarterback room just isn't great. I like Jared Goff a lot. I wish you had taken another quarterback. Like, this is a prime spot for Bryce Young, for CJ Stroud, someone of that ilk to really make this a well-rounded quarterback room. I like Jared Goff. I love Cam Ward. Just then at the end there at wide receiver, at running back, it's a good team. I thought it'd be better with what I saw at the beginning. I feel like the end of the draft got away a little bit. I don't understand 4 tight ends. That just doesn't make any sense to me at all, because there's actually technically one less flex spot if you think about it, because there's 2 running backs, 2 receivers, and 1 flex and a super flex. So like flexing a tight end is just really not necessary. I just don't get the Jake Tunges pick. If George Kittle plays, that's just sitting on the back of your roster doing nothing all year. I'm going to go solid B. I think it's a solid B team because the stacking is really, really, really good. I just wish there was a third quarterback that's a starter and 1 less tight end, and probably not one more running back, just a little bit more invested in the running back position, because this team is heavily relying on RJ Harvey, and I'm an RJ Harvey believer, not as much as you, Mouth. But Mouth, give me a grade for your team. I know you love it. I love the start of it, especially. This should and could have been a banger. It's still a very good team. Carnell Tate is a 4 is nice. So the stacking's really good. You have Tate, you have Wandale. Geno was your option. 100% Geno was your option. You needed Geno Smith in this team. That changed everything because you have Breece Hall, you have Sadiq, you have Garrett Wilson. If that was different, if you had Geno on this team, it's an A. It's an A for sure, because you wouldn't have the quarterback problems. And then you probably wouldn't have taken Jake Tunges. So what's up, Silent? Let's go over to Jedi Squad here. Trevor Lawrence, Jordan Love, and CJ Stroud at quarterback. Pretty balanced. Cam Scatterbo, David Montgomery, Chuba Hubbard, Jordan Mason, Jordan James. This is a pretty balanced room. Chuba Hubbard's your 3 I like. Jordan Mason's a fine 4, and Jordan James some upside there, and maybe some work alongside Christian McCaffrey. Well, no, sorry, Mount. You don't win the tourney, but it would help your chances. If Klubnik plays and plays good, there's a lot of ifs. If he plays good, then you have a better chance to win the tourney. That's for sure. Winning a tourney is never as simple. There's so much variance that comes into this shit. Let's go back to this running back room real quick. We like this running back room. Jordan James is a 5. I don't think it's too light. I like the quarterback room. Puka, Christian McCaffrey, Parker Washington, Matthew Golden, Stephon Diggs, Denzel Boston, Tank Dell, Pat Bryant, and Troy Franklin. There's a lot of them. I like the 9. I don't like the Boston, Tank Dell, Pat Bryant, Troy Franklin. I guess it's fine. I also don't like Parker Washington as a 3. I don't know. Harold Fannin, Bretton Strange, and Dalton Schultz. This is a pretty average team, but I do like the running back room. So I'm going to go C+ to B-, probably C+ in this squad. I think the quarterback room is really well constructed. I like the running back room, like I said. Parker Washington is just not a great 3 in my mind. Not a fan of him. Maybe that's my bias. Stephon Diggs should be in a good spot if he goes to the Ravens, or if he goes to the Commanders especially. This team will be really, really nice. But there's some question marks there at wide receiver. I think this was a tough draft with 4 of us in here. C+. What are your guys' grades for this team? Mouth says C+. Mouth, what do you give your team? You give it a B+? I'm just curious what your ranking would be. I know it's hard to rank our own teams. I don't like to rank my own. All right, on to my squad here. Joe Burrow, Sam Darnold, and Bryce Young. Derrick Henry, Blake Corum, Kenneth Gainwell, Zach Charbonnet, Tank Bigsby, and Samaje Perine. JSN, T. Higgins, Lad McConkey, Xavier Worthy, Ricky Pearsall, Jalen Coker, Torrey Horton, and Keon Coleman, with Tyler Warren, A.J. Barner, and Mike Gesicki. We have a lot of Seahawks players in this team. We have A.J. Barner, Torrey Horton, and JSN, and Zach Charbonnet. So it might be too many Seahawks, but I didn't spend a lot on those players, I guess is how I would phrase it. And then with Joe Burrow, we have T. Higgins and Mike Gesicki, and then we have one player with Bryce Young, Jalen Coker. So we're really stacked up with the Seahawks. This is a Seahawks team. Running back room is not great with Blake Corum as a 2, Gainwell, Charbonnet. I took some shots there with Bigsby, and then P. Ryan as a stack, I guess. I just took him as a backup. So not enamored with the running back room, but I do have Derrick Henry. I think the quarterback room is really solid. And then Worthy and Pearsall kind of make this work a little bit. Coker, Horton. It's a pretty decent team. What do you guys have for a grade for this team? It's a tough one for me to digest. Yeah, Gino got taken way ahead of ADP, man. It wasn't one of us. Solid B from Derek and Mouth. We'll take that. It's very, very stacked up, like almost overstacked. I felt like there was also the best player on the board. And let's get to Derek's squad, the American Sniper, Chris Kyle, Dak Prescott, Malik Willis, and Kirk Cousins. I kind of like that Kirk Cousins pick, man, with this team, with Malik Willis. Makes a lot of sense. Hopefully he can fill in. He plays until week 7. Then you at least get that bye taken care of from Malik Willis. JT, Devin Achane, Kyle Monangai, Alvin Kamara, Mike Washington, and Kalen Black. Rasheed Rice, Malik Neighbors, Devontae Adams, Jamison Williams, Ryan Flournoy, Josh Downs, Rashid Shaheed, and Jalen Tolbert, with Ferguson, Dulcich, and Stowers. This team is a little bit blah to me, at least for Derek, the standard that Derek has lived up to here. But quarterback room's okay, a little below average. Running back room, I think is pretty good. I like the shots you took with Kamara giving you some floor, and then Mike Washington for ceiling, Kalen Black as well. Malik Neighbors is a key for this team because your receivers, you think about it, Rasheed Rice, Neighbors, Adams, and Jamison Williams when healthy is a very, very, very nice four-banger there. And then Flournoy, Josh Downs, your wide receivers are really good. This is a really good wide receiver team. I'm going to go B- because the quarterbacks aren't ideal. The tight ends and quarterbacks are just a little less than ideal, as much as I kind of like Malik Willis. And the running backs are average. So B- to B. I think it's a pretty good team, but not your best, Derek. Not your best. You should have taken Sam Darnold. You being nice and throwing me a bone when I pleaded and begged for you to not to take Sam Darnold. Thank you, dude.
I'd like to start out this press conference with a thank you to John Fox.
All right, should we do a sit and go? What's up, Dom? Let's do a sit and let's see what the board looks like here. And this 12-person draft is full. We can do a $5 sit and go. How many do we have in here, guys? Let me know. If we have more than 5 people, we'll do a sit and go. Otherwise, we'll just hop in another super flex or something. Good call, Derek. You can. You drafted the right Dolphins players. You know what? There might be some upside with the Dolphins, believe it or not. Like, every year we get this wrong. There's no way the Dolphins have a good offense. There's no fucking way they have a good offense. They might have if they're top 20, that's a win. Mouth wants to do a Chihuahua. Guys, we got to be just so you know, there's a chance we don't all get in the Chihuahua. I'm down to do it. There is a chance we don't all get in because what happened last time. I might get in by myself at this point just because I'll join first. And I am down to do it. Give us 1 second. Let's see how many we have. Faded, you have underdog, right? Jay Shambo wants to do super flex. If Shambo wants super flex, he's going to do it. Do you only want to do super flex? If we have all these people, we cannot get in a Chihuahua. That thing fills up way too much. I made the joke earlier this year before the draft. That kind of changed after the draft, Derek, that Tolbert was going to lead the league in routes and have like 45 catches. But I think we've all forgotten about Jay Shimbo's down forever. We could just do a sit and go as well. I think if we have too many people, we're not getting into Chihuahua together, guys. Montana's in. Okay, we got to do a sit and go. Faded, you have to pay Underdog. Yes, it costs money. You don't have to pay me. I mean, obviously, I always take money. I always take super chats. And if you want to join the community, absolutely, brother. But you don't have to pay to draft with us. No, I will even give you guys draft grades. I'll give you guys a couple nights of draft grades. Usually I do that just for community members to give them as many perks as I physically can for their support. What's up, Montana? How you doing, buddy? By the way, Montana has Brandon Ayuk on his thing. Look at this. So fitting, dude. So fitting. So I'm going to play a clip here. Let me know who's in. Let me know if you're going to get in Faded. And I'm going to play a clip here. And I'll be back in 27 seconds.
I brought a little bottle of spermicidal lube, too.
And one little bottle of spermicidal lube?
Yeah, one little bottle of spermicidal lube.
Evan, that's psycho shit, man.
It's not.
It's like Charles Manson shit. What do you think Becca's gonna be psyched that you brought a bottle of lube? Oh, Evan, thank you for bringing that lube for my pussy. I never would have been able to handle your fucking 4-inch dick inside my pussy without that gigantic bottle of lube.
Happy 4th to you, Montana. Let me grab 2 beers real quick so I don't have to go grab another one. And then we can just hop in the $5 sit and go. How's it looking? Let's do this one. $5 sit and go. There's already a couple people in there. Just 2 of us. Let's fill it up right now. You got time, Faded, if you want to figure out whatever you got to figure out. This is the $5 12-team sit and go. We're going to hop in. I'm going to grab 2 beers. So get in this one. Help them out in the chat, whoever is in there. People are asking questions. I'm going to play a 50-second clip because I'm going to grab a couple beers, and they're in the back fridge.
Jay Quellen. No Jay Quellen here?
Do you mean Jacqueline?
Okay, so that's how it's gonna be. Balake. Where is Balake at? Yes, sir.
My name's Blake.
Are you out of your goddamn mind? Do you want to go to war, Balake?
No.
D-Nice. Is there a D-Nice?
Do you mean Denise?
Son of a bitch! Aaron, where are you? Where is Aaron right now?
Here.
You know, I said it like 4 times, so why didn't you say it the first time I said Aaron?
Because it's pronounced Aaron?
Son of a bitch!
Dom says, I'm too buzzed to do anything besides drink more and watch this. Well, hey, you came to the right place for drinking. That's what we do, and we draft best ball. We also have a bunch of awesome segments. Yeah, this is a $5 tournament, Faded. If you're not on Underdog, there is a promotion. So don't do it now. Don't rush it. There's a promotion. I can help hook you up with that, man. It's $5, and you get, I think you get 50 for free, or there's a 50% match, whatever you want to choose. So definitely get as much free money as you can if you have not signed up. Dom, you're welcome to draft with us if you'd like. Yeah, I don't know where Ray's at. By the way, Ray did show us titties last night. And those, when I saw them, they look like chick tits. Like bad chick tits, yes. But I was like, holy shit. Hopefully YouTube doesn't see this because obviously they see the man it is. But like this day and age, you never know. And, you know, mine are not like that. I don't want to really show you mine. But I'll show you my belly. I do owe a beer chug. Yeah, so it's $5 tournament. It is the $5 sit and go. 12-team league. So it's below the tournaments. You'll see the $3 leagues. You'll see the $5 leagues. It's a 12-team, $5 sit and go. Beer chug for you guys. I'm going to try to race myself on my previous video. I'm going to put this up. See if I can time it. You guys ready?
Here you go.
I won the race. This one wasn't quite as full because I have a giant lemon in it. It was like 11 ounces. That was really fast, man. I didn't think so. I was back in my heyday when I could really slam. I think I timed it out. I had another video. I could do a slow-mo and time it out. It was like 1.9 seconds. Yeah, Jedi, this is a $5 sit and go if you want to get in this one. The $5 12-teamer. Because we have, I think 6 of us are in here. We're waiting for 6. I think at least 5 of us are in here from the community. So sometimes you have to reset your app. We can always back out and do a Chihuahua, but there's just no way we're all getting in a Chihuahua. Dom, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. You can always send a message with that super, too. I mean, I'll read everyone's messages anyway. I think one issue I come across on this channel, because, I mean, sometimes, in the season we have like 40 or 50 people in here. Right now we have 27 or 22. But I read everyone's comments. So last year, in the football year, we were getting 4,000 views in these streams. And I stayed on to the very end to I prided myself on not missing comments. So I think a lot of people were like, why would I ever super the guy? Because he's going to read my comment. I just have to wait 20 minutes, which I don't care. I'm going to go down being, generous and with my time. And I think everyone deserves their question read. Now, there were some people that would ask, I forget, who was the guy? You guys, you remember who it was. Who was it? I forget his name. It was some YouTube channel name. And he would come in the streams and ask 7 questions, in depth. Check out this trade, this blah, 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 paragraphs. And then if I skipped his question, he'd be like, bro, you missed my question. And then he'd dip out right after that. Never gave me a super. And he would take up 10 minutes of the show. And I was like, all right, bro. At some point, I'm going to call you out. You can't just, if you're in the show the whole time and spacing out your questions, that's one thing. But he was just spamming for 10 minutes and then he'd just be out. And he did this for 2 months. I was like, dude, I've answered enough of your questions. And they were just really in depth. Dude, rate my lineup. And he'd list 14 players. And I'm like, well, I don't know the scoring. Dude, that's a lot. Huh. Well, unfortunately, Dom, I can't pay that to somebody else, but you paid for mine. Not quite. I get about 60% of these, so you paid for almost of my draft. But again, much appreciated, Dom. You are the man. I mean, ideally, as much as I love answering every question, obviously I need to fund this operation to keep this going long term before I have to go back to the real world or make a decision. I don't want it to be like the fantasy football show where, I mean, that'd be nice for me, but he only answers supers and he just won't answer questions. It's if there's so many supers coming in, I understand you have to only answer supers because I also don't give yes or no answers. I want to give you the best possible answer. But he will not have a super for 20 minutes and he'll just go off and talking about other things. It's dude, you have a bunch of people asking questions in here. Don't be like that, dude. Where that seems pretty weird to me. That just doesn't seem genuine. And, we all want money. Everyone's greedy, I guess, to a point. I don't think I'm a greedy dude at all. I'm just trying to survive. I'm trying to make this channel work, I think is the ultimate thing. I don't need fancy things. I'm drinking light beer, guys. I'm sacrificing a lot for this show, in my life. But you know what? It's a dream of mine, just in general. Not even the football aspect, the community aspect, and just be able to do something I love, which is connecting with people, talking with people. I was in the service industry for a long time, and always tip your servers, your bartenders. I was in the golf industry, but it was still service industry. So 100%, man. And Flock doesn't operate on supers because he is so much bigger than that. He gets all of the endorsement money and all the stuff from his website. But I do appreciate that from Flock. He will answer questions. There's a million guys. There's always a million ways to support too. Subbing, telling your friends, liking the video, joining the Patreon. Super. There's a million ways. It's not just money. There's a lot of guys who do all of the above, which is awesome. And I could never ask that for anyone. Again, everyone has their own thing going on. Not everyone has, extra income. And there's some people I know that specifically Mouth and some others that aren't that well off that still do go above and beyond, which is just awesome. I guess we are going to jump into Chihuahua. Good call, Derek. Let's back out of this one because this is not filling. I thought it would fill. It said 4 when we joined it. It just wasn't the case. So give me a second here. Let's back out and do a Chihuahua. I like saying that word. I backed out on my screen. Don't worry. I'm not going to do an auto draft. I appreciate the kind words, guys. I'm gonna keep grinding, man. It's not just me. It's every one of you guys, and also all the co-hosts that make the show really what it is. I understand I'm on every single show, and I'm the driving force, the engine, the brain power, if you will, the personality. But they all have their specific roles, and we can't do it alone. Like I can't do it alone. That's for damn sure. So, what do we got? All right, I want to make sure everyone's ready. We're going to do a Chihuahua. So, Mouth, are you ready? Everyone else that wants to draft with us, I want to make sure everyone's ready so we have the best chance to get everyone in this draft. I cannot believe we don't have a single sub on this video because I feel like we've had like 500 views. This has been like 30-plus people rotating in and out. I know a lot of you guys are already subs, but all right, we're ready. Let's do it. We're jumping in a Chihuahua. There it is. Enter. Two people. There it is. Fill it up. Fill up the Chihuahua. That's about as good as we're going to get when it's 6 people in there. I think we got it. Sweet. 5th pick. We'll take that. By the way, guys, we just cracked the threshold. I said earlier at the beginning of the stream, the last 7 days, so going from last Saturday till today, or was it last Sunday till today, we just cracked 30 hours live. And we did a couple segments in there, but a lot of best ball. That is wild, dude. That is some wild-ass shit. 30 hours live. That's not counting all the prep with media stuff, and then obviously for the segments that I've been putting in. That's 30 hours live. We're pounding out more content. There, Derek was, or if Dakota was in here, he'd love that word. We're pounding out more content than anyone around the industry. So. The fuck, Mouth? You didn't get in this? How did you not get in this? Damn it. I waited after I said it for like 5 seconds, so we gave us enough time. Damn it. All right, Mouth. We'll do another one, man. I'm sorry, dude. We'll do another one after this. Hey, Dakota wasn't here. Pounding. I got you, dude. We even if we don't meet the goal, either way, I will do another one for you missing this one. I got you, bro. I mean, you're the one that wanted to do it the most. I mean, I wanted to do it as well, but I got you, bro. Don't worry about it. Let's see here. We are going to do a 12-hour straight stream during draft season. I'm really looking forward to that with a bunch of different co-hosts. Mouth will be on. Big Ray will be on. What is up with this ADP here? It looks wacky to me. So, you know what? I'm going to switch it up. We've been taking JSN. I'm going to take Jonathan Taylor over JSN in this league. I should have done something weird and take Christian McCaffrey. I am really low on like Christian McCaffrey exposure this year. It's because I take St. Brown over him. I take JT over him. I take JSN over him. So unless I have like the 8th or 9th pick and he falls, I'm just not getting McCaffrey. I feel like I don't get a lot of 8 spots either. So who do we have in here? We have Derek at 3. We have Montana at 9. Jedi at 10. Pillow Fighter, I don't know who that is. I think it's just a couple of us. I can't believe. Yeah. Sometimes the stream will be more delayed. On my iPad, Mouth, it's always way more delayed than my phone. And sometimes you just have to fast scroll a little bit up. It's always going to be like 5 seconds delayed. I always try to factor that in. But you must have been like 10 or 15 seconds delayed. Fuck. My bad, man. All right. Derek. I love this. Hold on. My fucking thing got a little wet. 1st and 3rd on my exposure list, Torrey Horton and Rashid Shaheed. I have so many exposure lists because I've been using so many different tournaments, so it's not quite always the same exposure. Like there's so many different ones from like the early drafts and then tournaments, sit and go, super flex. But it is Oh, Jay Shambo is at number 1. Okay. That's impressive. You know what? I love my highest exposed players are always guys, and I prefer it this way, that are way later. I don't want to have my highest exposed player being a first-round pick or even a second-round pick. I want the guys in the 9th, 10th round, right? TJ Hawkinson is my most exposed player. I think David Montgomery's up there as well. Oh, shit. All right, we're going to get really good options here. Sweet. So I'm pretty happy with this option here. So I took Jonathan Taylor over JSN. I would have had to take Jeremiah Love. So who would you rather have? Let's do this exercise. Jonathan Taylor, this is how it fell. Would you rather have Jonathan Taylor and Drake London or JSN and Jeremiah Love? I'm talking about you in your sleep, Dakota. I think I would want the JT Drake London side of it, right? Now, I could have gone with Brock Bowers. Again, I don't take Brock Bowers in tournaments nearly as much. I take Brock Bowers and sit and goes all fucking day. Because I don't have to worry. I don't want to worry about stacking him. And it's also half PPR. There goes Brock Bowers there. So, we got options here. Whoa, we got a Brock Bowers, Trey McBride team. Well, guess what, buddy? You're cooked. In a tournament, you're cooked. You can't stack those guys. You shouldn't stack those guys. This guy just gave away his draft. So we got to be weary of this guy doing crazy things. I think that was a wild pick. And let's take Rashee Rice. That's why we take JT at 1. That tier of running backs, Genty Cook, Hampton, Barkley, Kenneth Walker, Chase Brown, Devin Achane, Derrick Henry, 8 out of 9 picks. That's usually how it goes. With A.J. Brown kind of mixed in there. How was your nap, Dakota? Taking a nap at, well, it wasn't really a nap because it's fucking 2 a.m. there. So you just woke up, see me on. You know what? I'm always on, Dakota. So that can always be the case, bro. Always the case.
Excuse me, sir. This is private property. What are you doing?
Just taking it all in.
You're staring at my daughter's bedroom.
She's really grown into her body. This is going to be a fun summer for her.
Up in 7 picks. I don't know what happened to Big Ray. He must have fell asleep. Hey, whoever subbed to the video, let me know. I'm going to put you in the drawing for a free month of the Fanatics membership. Otherwise, I could check it out on the YouTube studio, but I don't know exactly what your handle is, so there's a disconnect there. So let me know. Ray did not read the message. He passed out for sure. No big deal there, Ray. Maybe he'll come on tomorrow night. It's still going, buddy. We're still going. About to crack 2 hours here. We did 2 hours earlier. And, guys, if we hit 3 more Super Chat dollars, Derek, it's not you. And why did I still have my bad? I didn't realize I still have my logo up here. I should take this off. Someone should have told me that. 3 more Super Chat dollars. Or 8 more likes. 8 more likes will get it done, too. And we're going to do that draft for mouth. We have... not great. Holy shit. Some fallers at wide receiver for sure. So we're going to have to go here and hope a running back falls back. Or we can take Colson Loveland, who I don't love taking. We're going to get Tet McMillan. So this is a nice little team here. Same bye as Rashee Rice. Week 5 is a light bye week, though, so that shouldn't be an issue down the road. So we have an option for Patty Mahomes, Bryce Young, and Michael Penix so far. Let's just pop a couple dudes in here. Loveland. Okay. I got 3 guys in the queue. I got 2 picks till I'm up. This is cool. We like this. And I hate doing it, but we got to take Travion Henderson, I think. Not a pick I like, but you know what? I don't have very much Hendy, so we'll take him in a tournament once in a while. Bucky is starting to rise up now. So Bucky was, a 3rd or 4th round pick, 3-4 turn pick a couple months ago. He started going mid-5th, and now he's going back by the 4-5 turn. I think that's fair price for Bucky. So we'll see where he ends up ultimately landing. I feel like he's going to go up. People love Bucky Irving. Miles just ordered Burger King with no bread. What do you order? Do you order with lettuce as the wrap, or is that how you do it? Is this right? Drake May just went ahead of Lamar Jackson. A.J. Brown stack. So Lamar Jackson is still on the board. That kid is back on the escalator again. Where's the Zay Flowers team? Dude, Zay Flowers team is at the turn. If they get Lamar Jackson here, dude, at pick 60. Oh, he's going to take Joe Burrow, though. So he's going to end up taking Joe Burrow. Montana with Jadarian Price pick. I do not endorse that pick, Montana. I don't love that guy. Where is the American Sniper at? He's next to me. Kyron, David Montgomery, J-Mo. Okay, all right. Dude, you could just do that and have your own bread. You know what I mean? That's awesome. You get free bacon and cheese. It's like $3, dude. So just have your own buns, your own bread. I know you're not eating bread. I'm just saying if you were a bread eater, you can do that, and then you get there goes Joe Burrow. We're learning a lot here. We are learning a hell of a lot. And pick 92 is in play for Patty Mahomes for me. I hope I can get him. Man, I really wanted Brian Thomas, but it's not to be. It was not to be. Pop a few guys in here. How is Chuba Hubbard going running back 28? Like, can someone explain this to me? Like, Tony Pollard, yes, is a starting running back, but Tajay Spears is there, and Nick Singleton was drafted. Like, they didn't draft anyone in Carolina. It's literally just Jonathan Brooks. So in no world am I ever taking Tony Pollard over Chuba Hubbard. Like, maybe because of the tournament, but wild to me. It's wild to me. Pretty decent team so far. If one of these quarterbacks falls, I kind of have to take them like without a stack. If it's Jaden Daniels, Caleb, or Jalen Hurts, I feel like pick 77. Derek takes Jalen Hurts. Nice pick. Okay, there goes Caleb. And this will probably be Dak Prescott is my guess. From Jay Shambeau. He'll take Dak with one of these picks. He wanted Caleb because he takes Jaden Daniels. Okay. Doesn't stack up Dak. Dak I'm not going to take. We'll consider him or him. So we have 2 guys in our queue. Sweet. Working out nicely here. Working out nicely. We need Patrick Mahomes. Oh, you're at 11. I thought you said you were at 1. Okay, I see ya. I was about to. I mean, Jaden Daniels is a good value there, but that team at number 1 needed Dak Prescott. So you have Genty, Barkley, Neighbors, Evans, Watson, and Tate. Pretty nice build there. You have a lot of late quarterbacks you could stack as well. All your quarterbacks are still available, so I do like that. As well as Genty. Genty can be stacked with a Raiders quarterback. Not that I would advise that, but I do like that strategy in tournaments is taking guys like, Neighbors as an example, Mike Evans even, Watson. Those quarterbacks all go so late. So you have a lot of options to stack. You don't have to do it. It sucks when you take a quarterback early and you try to stack them later. Then your guys get sniped. And there's less options because you're only tying it to one quarterback. When you have 3 options at receiver, you have 3 early receivers, you have 3 options to stack later. So you will get your stack eventually. Maybe you'll get 2 of them. Xavier Worthy, I don't like this. Pillow fight grabs Xavier Worthy super early. I have a feeling he's going to go with Patrick Mahomes. And that would be value for Mahomes, but why did he take Xavier Worthy that early? I mean, it's probably because he wants to take Patrick Mahomes, but losing value there, bro. You shouldn't force a stack like that. This guy just fucked us here. Where is Mohegan Sun? Where is that? Can you enlighten me here? Get it? God, I'm fucking funny, bro. Montana passed on QJ. Wow. Well, you have CeeDee Lamb. That made sense. You love QJ. I think QJ's price is too rich now, man. Too rich for me. We talked about this a couple days ago. Quentin Johnson started the best ball circuit at pick 117, and now he's at pick 77. 40 picks he went up. All right, I really hope this guy doesn't take Mahomes. I mean, Herbert's available. Like, don't do it, brother. We have options, though. We have a Michael Penix option. We have a Bryce Young option. We have a Jacoby Brissett option. I don't like any of those options, though, for our starting quarterback. So we're going to have to pivot if this actually does happen. We'd probably take – oh, man. I know what we could do. Actually, I think I have a good idea. If this does happen, I could probably just reach on Brock Purdy and then go from there. So here's the pick. This is probably going to be Patrick Mahomes. This guy already has Josh Allen. He reached for the stack when he has Josh Allen. Bad strategy, brother. He's going to do it. He's going to fucking do it. And he doesn't do it. So he just took Xavier Worthy, fucking 20 or 15 picks, 16 picks ahead of ADP for no reason. And okay, it worked out for us. So we got Patty Mahomes with Rashee Rice. We have to make sure we get Tyquan Thornton or Travis Kelce, maybe both. That worked out pretty nicely for us. And we have 3 running backs. We have 4 receivers. We don't have a tight end yet. Take this spot, this. 101. I'm pretty set at running back. I want to take Kenny Gainwell as my 4. I feel like that's investing too much in the position. And Kenny Gainwell just doesn't have that upside unless Bucky gets hurt. I'd rather take handcuffs later. All right, dude, if I can pull Kyle Pitts here, I'll be a very, very happy man. It's still a little early, 4 picks early. This guy should take Kyle Pitts, though. He doesn't have a tight end. It's a loose end he has. He takes, okay, sweet. So we're going to get Kyle Pitts. So we're going to have to take Michael Penix here on this squad. So we're going to make this a 3-quarterback team. Ideally, we're going to take Bryce Young a couple rounds later and maybe get Jalen Coker. And have Patty Mahomes. Shit, we can't do that because they have the same bye. We cannot take Bryce Young. So we're going to have to take Brissett. Patty Mahomes, Brissett, and Michael Penix or Tua. That is pretty much set in stone here with what I have. And that works out pretty nicely. Always nice to plan ahead. I can multitask like a motherfucker. So can Helen Hunt. Hello, Helen. Also, I have a second. I do want to shout out to all of the Patreon bros. Appreciate all you guys supporting me through the offseason. As always, y'all are the best community in the world. I love you guys. Real quick, also want to shout out Downtown Sports, where sports come home. That is Mouth Show on YouTube, on 23 other platforms. Ian Eagle, Noah Eagle. They have the best guests in the West. And they are only a one or two nights a week show that is not live. So you can watch them whenever. It's only an hour or two per episode. So check them out. Give them a like. Give them a follow. If you're interested in joining this community, then eventually you'll join the downtown community because we'll be merged. You get a lot of stuff here. Access to the Discord community. That is the place to be. Community fantasy leagues, guys. We have one spot left in our best ball league. It's on Sleeper. $50 entry. All done through League Safe. We have a bunch of redrafts available to join too. Guest appearances on the show. Shout out to Coda last night. Did 4 hours with us. Mouse been on a bunch. A bunch of the fans have been on the show. Free merchandise giveaways, hats and shirts given away every single month for free. I send it to you, no cost. And access to the early bets. You get the bets on Saturday night, the player props during the NFL season. But problem with that is I place these bets on Wednesday. When you get in the community, you get the bets at a timely manner. When I place them, I send you the betting slip, what app I'm using, the odds and everything. You get the same bet as me, 96 and 58 last year, guys. This is going to pay for itself 10 times over. So if you're a betting man and you like betting, most people lose because betting is hard. Not with us. We're going to win. And we're also going to get Mouth's game picks and Mike Storey's college picks. You're going to get college picks as well, which is huge. So we're going to take Travis Kelce. Oh, Kyler Murray has fell quite a bit. That probably would have been a good pick. But anyways, if you're interested, go to the website, professionalfanatics.com, or go to the link in the description, or just head over to Patreon. Search Professional Fanatics. You'll find it. Hop on in there. I will send you an email tonight after the stream to get you in the community. You get in the Discord, get all the perks, get all the stuff. Get ready for football season, guys. We have 2 months until the season starts. All the prep you need. We have all the answers. I'm in there, not 24/7, but I'm in there all the time answering questions, as well as all my co-hosts and the community members. We all help each other out. Start, sit, trade questions, dynasty stuff, gambling questions. We have tabs set up for everything in there. So it is a one-stop shop for everything. And also, we just have a great time in there as well. Can't do that. Can't do that. We need a running back, though, pretty bad. There's some good options. Let's take Jordan Mason. Thank you, Montana. I missed your comment. It is the place to be. Columbus, Ohio, the midpoint for everyone. Party City, weed is legal. That is be really great for Jay and Fantasy Dog. They're both in Ohio. Sweet, Mad Casinos. That's sweet. That's pretty central. Yeah, sucks for the people on the West Coast, but they get all the breaks anyway. Better weather, better scenery, so they can come out by us. If we put all our money, we can get a suite with multiple bedrooms. Yeah, or just an Airbnb close by and have a party house. I'm down with that. You know what? When the show really hits, I will pay for one lucky person's entire trip. How about that? I like to give back to people. So Mouse game picks are going to work similar to my bets are going to just be all player props as usual. Mouse going to be picking games with spread. He'll give you some money lines. We'll track his record like we track my record. Probably 3 or 4 games, I'm guessing, a week, Mouse. You don't want to get over your skis there in the NFL. Player props are way more options. You don't want to bet 6 NFL games in a week because that can go south really fast. You're going to get those as well as Mike Storey's college picks. But Mouth is newer to sports gambling, but he has been picking games without the spread. He picks dogs to win all the time. Like, not all the time. I would say he's at like 50% on picking dogs to win, which would be plus 180, plus 220. That's where money is made. And then, you know, in this instance, he might just tell you to take the plus 7.5. That's where money's made, dude. Silent, which Chicago pass catcher are you going for? At value, it's Rome Odunze. But in a vacuum, it's Luther Burden for sure. He's going 17 picks higher than Rome Odunze. But at cost, give me the cheaper guy. A little concerned about the foot injury, but I want the cheaper guy tied to Ben Johnson. Aaron Jones is never surviving any season, brother. It is over. I just took a Jordan Mason. I don't even like Jordan Mason. There's an outside chance Damon Claiborne ends up being the most valuable guy by the end of the year, but I don't really love him coming out of college. He's a smaller guy. Not a great pass catcher for how small he is. He's fine, but you know, we've seen this a lot with these 5th-round rookies. They just don't play. So for me, it's Jordan Mason. In PPR, I would definitely go Aaron Jones over Jordan Mason, but this is half PPR, and I'm not touching either of these guys outside of best ball. If I have a really weak running back team in redraft, I'll take a shot on one of them. It's all scoring, right? Aaron Jones in PPR if I need a guy to play early in the year. Jordan Mason in half PPR. Man, someone took So we're going to take Rashid Shaheed after ADP. We like that. Someone took Pacheco. Yeah, that's our boy. Jay Shambeau with Pacheco a little early. Nice pick, though. I mean, that's not early in my mind. Did your video and audio improve this year? It looks good. I invested some back into the product, man. I think you might have been watching when it was on a phone. I mean, it's not, obviously the production value is not ideal by any stretch, but it's better. I appreciate that, man. So you're essentially going to do a confidence pool, Mouth, and that could actually help a lot of people that do confidence pools. I think a lot of people want the actual bets, right? Because that you're going to put it on them to pick based on your confidence, which makes a lot of sense too. That works as well. I can't even take Bryce Young. I want to take Bryce Young, but I can't. So let's finish up the running back room with Woody Marks. I think it's a pretty good running back room now. And we just have to figure out our tight end room's good. The quarterbacks are always going to be kind of poo. We're going to have to get another Cardinals player. Yeah, 100%. You got to be in the community. Like I said, for my bets, I do the gambling show on Saturday. So you're going to be able to see my player props on Saturday. They're going to be 4 days old, and they're going to be 5 or 6 yards off typically what I'm betting. So that just doesn't help. You know, if you want to actually make the money and get the actual bets, like with the same odds, you're going to have to get in. And then Mouth will only put his in the Discord. Same with Storey. Man, I don't like that whole range of quarterback there, Herbert and Lawrence. I don't know. I'd rather just take Purdy later. I prefer Lawrence over Herbert, but I like them both. I think they're both fair value. Justin Herbert probably has higher upside than Trevor Lawrence because he's a better player than Trevor Lawrence. And I think with the addition of Mike McDaniel and pretty good pass catchers, I like the Herbert thing. But Trevor Lawrence's floor is higher because of the rushing. We saw 9 rushing touchdowns from Trevor Lawrence last year. And Liam Cohen's a better coordinator in my mind and better head coach. Like he's got a better coordinator than Mike McDaniel. I think McDaniel's elite. I think Liam Cohen is top 3. I got to figure out what I am doing. So this is going to be, I can wait one more round. I really hope my guys don't get sniped. We'll see if they do. Ooh. We would consider taking a third tight end here, or is that too rich? I think that's too rich. I got to roll with Pitts and Kelsey here. As much as I want to take Hawkinson, I just can't do it. Fuck, Bryce Young is sitting there, man. And I also can't do that. Well, I'm glad I didn't want Hawkinson because he just got taken in front of me. Let's take Tesla, and then I'm probably going to have to reach – fuck, I'm not reaching. 188. There's no reason Jacoby Brissett should be taking 12 picks ahead of his ADP. So I'm going to go with it here. I'm going to go with it. I mean, Herbert was awesome last year, Static. He was great. It was on the back of his rushing, though, because that offensive line was shit. He wants to be a pocket passer, and now he has the offensive line to do so, the coordinator to do so, the weapons to do so. Not great weapons. QJ is the 2. I like Gasson as a tight end. I'm kind of a big Trey Harris fan. If they can, hopefully Trey Harris plays a lot. Because I feel like Trey Harris offers something that they didn't have last year. As much as Keenan Allen was good, Trey Harris is a more versatile player than Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen was taking away from Ladd McConkey. So this slot's Ladd McConkey in the slot. Trey Harris can play the Z, and then you're going to get QJ on the outside just burning down the field. This is a wonky team. I have no idea what I'm doing on this team. I think it's okay. We'll have to see because I still have one quarterback on the roster. And there goes Adonai Mitchell, which is upsetting to me. But we have a backup plan here. Yeah, we have a backup plan. It is Zachariah Branch. This is also scoring dependent. I mean, at value, I feel like Swift is a good value at pick 52, roughly. But no guy going pick 95. PPR, I love Swift. In half PPR, it's Monungai. It's not even close at value. Not even close. Monungai is borderline RB2 for me in a half PPR, and he's getting drafted at running back 30 almost. So. Were they giving people deals out, Mouth? There goes Gino. Man, this is not looking good. Someone's going to take Brissett. I fuck myself. Fuck. I just don't want to take Brissett that fucking early, man. This is shitty. If Brissett gets taken, this whole draft is cooked, and I'm throwing in the hat. It's over. Done. Sucked. These guys all have 2 quarterbacks. Fuck. Didn't think they'd do that, man. I waited way too long on quarterback, and it just probably cooked me. I can always take Carson back, but like at this point, I have one fucking quarterback. It's a rough one, man. It's a rough one. I do have a little bit of a plan in place if it goes sour, but it's just not ideal. Okay, these next 2 teams have 2 quarterbacks. Drake and Gino. He's definitely taking Brissett, bro. Oh, he takes Ayuk. He took Ayuk. Oh, no. Oh, no. Why? He's not been watching this channel. Dude, this guy's got 3 quarterbacks. There's no way he's taking Brissett. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm out of the woods now. I mean, let's go. What a gift. What a gift from the heavens. This tournament was so cooked if I didn't get Brissett on this team. Wow. The question is, do I go Tua or Michael Penix? I think I'm going to go Penix. I'm not going to push it off any farther. I'm not risking it. I should risk it. Not going to risk it. I'm just going to take him. Tua or Penix. Someone might take one of the other ones. Yeah, I was always planning on taking one of them, Silent. I needed Jacoby Brissett because I only have Patrick Mahomes on this team, and I'm very stacked up. I have Harrison. It wasn't that like the Harrison's one stack, yeah, but I have multiple stacks with Penix or Tua, so I definitely needed them. But I could have rolled with just Tua and Penix and Patrick Mahomes. That's limiting the upside. I needed 3 potential starting quarterbacks in this team to give it a shot. And I think we're going to go Penix because I have Brissett. I need the late season guy because I think Brissett's losing his job at some point or they're benching him. So let's take Penix. Brandon Ayuk's done for. That's my option. He gone. You're going to see him on like celebrity rehab or some shit coming up soon. So that's definitely happening. Well, I made the joke, like, if you had to make a bet right now, Brandon Ayuk's 28 years old, and I don't want to wish ill on anyone. He's wished it on himself and done it to himself. Is he alive or in jail? Like, is he going to be a free man, whether that be living or in jail at 30? Like, is he going to be free? I would say no. He's either in jail or he's not going to make it. Something's going to happen. This dude's losing his mind. And I hope he finds a home in the NFL. I hope he can get his head on straight because I don't think he was the great talent that he thinks he was, and that some other people thought he was off that awesome season he had. That was Kyle Shanahan. That was Deebo Samuel, and there was a lot of good players there. But he was a good talent, right? A former, second-round pick at ASU. Pretty good talent. So, 100% mouth. Ayuk made everyone forget about Puka eating people. That is a very, very accurate statement, and yes, he did.
What's happening here? That French animal bit my ear off! Well, that's an absurd exaggeration. My apologies, Bidwell.
He look in our tent. He look at my woman. He saw her breast.
Her breast? You saw her breast?
I've said it before and I said it again. Any man who look on her will die.
That is true. Don't look at her. Do we have an option? Do we have Shaheed in this team? We have Shaheed in this team, so we can't take. I don't want to take Torrey Horton. In terms of quarterbacks, you know what? We can take. I'm not going to get cute. I'm going to take a player I think can be relevant. I'm not going to try to stack anything up. Let's just take the best available player and see how this team isn't great. I don't know. It's not a great team. Maybe it'll grade out better than I think. Silent, how many fantasy leagues do you play? Like redraft leagues with your buddies? Answer me that question. Oh, shit. So, fuck it. We're going to double up and take the other. Is this too many week 11 buys? It is. It's 4 of my 8. Fuck. That wasn't great. We still have Rice, Tet, Marv, and Tesla. Travis Kelce. Okay. Might have a rough issue for buys there, but I think he's the best player available. Torrey Horton in the last round. All right. Yeah, Sadek, how many leagues do you play? I'm just curious how many fantasy leagues you play. Let's get to draft grades, gentlemen. And we're starting off with Derek's squad here. Jalen Hurts and Kyler Murray. Kyron Williams, David Montgomery, R.J. Harvey, Tyrone Tracy, Damon Claiborne, Jamar Chase, Devonta Smith, Jamison Williams, Mekhi Lemon, Ricky Pearsall, Juwan Jennings, Adonai Mitchell, and Dontavian Wicks. This is a pretty good team. You have Kyler, right? Okay. Dude, so you have Ricky Pearsall as your 5, Jennings is your 6, Mitchell is your 7. Goddard, Schultz, and Dulcich. I bet you wish you had TJ Hawkinson, but this is a pretty good team, man. With Hurts, you have Devonta Smith and Dontavian Wicks. Dallas Goedert. Let's go, man. I'm going to go B+, I think, bro. Montgomery is your 2. You have a 1, a 2, and then a 3 in Harvey with Tracy as a 4. This is pretty good, man. I like the quarterback room. This is a B+, bro. This is a B+. It's a really good team. Balance everywhere. I don't know what a weak spot. You don't have a weak spot in this team. Tough to compete with that one, Derek. Let me know in the chat what you guys think. Holy shit, Static. A 14-man family, 12-man work, 150, a dynasty league, and I run an 18-man shop league. Well, you're welcome to play some leagues with us, Silent. You should get in the community. Everyone tells Silent to get in the community. I'm going to keep on grading these teams. It's super simple. It's really goddamn cheap, and we're going to make you money on all your leagues because we're here for you 24/7. Also, you're going to support the show. So you guys can help out in the chat with that one. We are up to my team here. That's a really good team, Derek. Fuck you. American Sniper back in business. This is a really wonky team, guys. I just want to say this is one of the weirder teams I've drafted. Patrick Mahomes, Jacoby Brissett, and Michael Penix at quarterback. JT, Travion Henderson, Jalen Warren, Jordan Mason, Woody Marks at running back. Actually, not a bad running back room with Jordan Mason as a 4, Woody Marks. It's not my favorite. Drake London, Rashee Rice, Tet McMillan, Marvin Harrison, Rashid Shaheed, Isaac Tesla, Zach Branch, and Torrey Horton with Kyle Pitts and Travis Kelce. So what do you guys think? I mean, tight end is a little bit of an issue. Week 11 bye for me is an issue. 4 of my players at wide receiver on bye. Should be able to fill that out. It's only 1 week. Running back room came together okay. The quarterback room is kind of an issue. But I'm not going to grade my own team, guys. It's up to you. What do you think of this team? It is wonky as shit. Tournament team, though, I feel like it's pretty unique with Patrick Mahomes, Jacoby Brissett, and Michael Penix. It's all right. What do you guys think? I'm going to move on while you guys get your grades in. I think I have a grade in my mind for it. It is very stacked up. I was thinking B- for this squad, personally. Let's get to Montana's squad. Shout out Montana. We have Dak, Malik Willis, and Aaron Rodgers. Chase Brown, Jadarian Price, Kyle Monangai, J.K. Dobbins, and Emmett Johnson. Pretty balanced. I love J.K. as your 4. J.K. makes a lot of sense with Jadarian Price. That's a nice marriage there with Kyle Monangai in the middle. CeeDee Lamb, Chris Olave, Ladd McConkey, Matthew Golden, Jalen Coker, Trey Harris, Pat Bryant, with Tyler Warren, Juwan Johnson, and Pat Freiermuth. Who are your quarterbacks again? Dak, Malik Willis, and Aaron Rodgers. So this is worse than Derek's team. It's probably right on my level. I feel like it's a similar team to mine with kind of a wonky quarterback room. Pretty balanced. B- to B. I think it's a pretty good team, though. Tyler Warren is super nice. Your tight end room is really good. And I like your stretch of Golden and Coker and Trey Harris. But the back end, I think you're a little light at wide receiver. 7 receivers is probably my biggest issue on this team because Golden's your 4. I'm going to go B- because of that. Although I do like the rest of the team. And then we have Jedi's squad, and then we have Jay Shambo next. Lamar Jackson, Jackson Dart, Kenneth Walker, Javonte Williams, Cam Scatabo, Chris Rodriguez, Mike Washington, and Jordan James. This is too heavy at running back. I'll say that first and foremost. This should be a 5 running back team. Walker, Javonte, Cam Scatabo, Chris Rodriguez, Mike Washington. Cut it there. Jordan James is a luxury pick, and you didn't have Brock Purdy. Justin Jefferson, DJ Moore, Quentin Johnson, Cortland Sutton, Jaden Higgins, Naylor, Judy, Cooper Kupp, with Mark Andrews and Brenton Strange. That being said, this is a pretty good team. But I just wish you had a 3rd tight end. You didn't need a 3rd quarterback. The quarterback room's fine. So maybe I take that back. I just wish you had another receiver there between like Higgins and Naylor. And maybe a 3rd tight end. I think it needs a 3rd tight end. I do love Mark Andrews, but Brenton Strange, that's fine. So this is very similar to the last team we saw. C+ to B-, maybe even a B. You can maybe sell me on a B because I like some of the players. Wide receiver room is a little bit of an issue with Quentin Johnson as your 3, Sutton and Higgins. Those guys should pair together pretty well, but you're relying on those guys quite a bit in this build. Not a bad team. Jerry Judy's pretty nice where you got him too. And then we have Jay Shambo with a 3-5-7-3 build. Jared Goff, Jordan Love, Cam Ward. We have Ashton Genty, Saquon Barkley, Blake Corum, Isaiah Pacheco, and Alvin Kamara. I'm in love. Silent, it's a $5 tier for the Discord, and that gets you pretty much everything besides the bets. If you want to get the bets, that's a $10 tier, but I'll hook you up, bro. I'll hook you up. At least for the first couple weeks, and we'll win a bunch of money, and then you'll have to upgrade if you want to keep on winning at a 70% clip. I'm kidding, 63% clip. Ashton Genty, Saquon Barkley, Blake Corum, Isaiah Pacheco, Alvin Kamara. That is a dream running back room for me, dude. Dream running back room for me. And I like the quarterback room. This is one of the better teams, man. I don't like Neighbors as a 1. I'll say that. But in a tournament, I'm willing to allow it because of the upside. Evans, Watson, Tate. That's some nice floor guys there. Debo, Elijah Surratt, and Keanu Mumfield. Ooh, deep dive there. I wish you had Stafford for that pick. Sam Laporta, Hunter Henry, and Gunnar Helm. So the wide receiver room is a question. I love everything about it. I don't like the 3 tight ends. I think Laporta and Henry are fine. you needed one more receiver. This could have been an A. This was a potential A team if you took another receiver, because you have Debo as your 5, question mark where you're signing. Surratt is a rookie at 6, and Mumfield could be a nothing at 7. You needed a Tyquan Thornton. You needed a Torrey Horton. You needed a Calvin Ridley on this team. And I would rate this an A. That being said, it's a solid B. Wide receiver issues, but this running back room is fucking perfect with the draft capital. It's awesome. So solid B. Do you guys agree? Silent, if you get in the $2 tier, the fan tier, I'll give you a month trial if you want, just to check it out and everything, and then you'll most likely upgrade to get in the $5 Discord tier. I'm in a pretty good mood, and I want to help people out and also get people in, because I feel like when most people are in, they don't leave. So really good team, man. This is it could have been a lot better though. There was just a couple structural issues here that made it from an A to a B. Yeah, dude, get in the fan tier, Silent. I'll get your email if you do a free tier. I don't get your email, so. Get in the fans here. I'll get you in there, and then we'll chat and we'll figure it out. I'll give you a free month there in the Discord with all the other perks, and then we'll talk from there. So we're gonna get in one more. You upped up at wide receiver, but this team was awesome, Shambo. Like, you were so close to probably having the best team of the bunch here. So just also, we do these draft grades to learn and to get better and just understand the little things, right? And it wasn't so much 7 would have been fine, but with Malik Neighbors, you can't take only 7 with these guys because he might not play the first 4 weeks. And then Debo isn't signed on a team, and Munfield's a really big if, right? And then same with Surratt's a rookie, right? If you had some more safe, steady guys, I might get on board with it. I feel like the 3 tight ends was really unnecessary. Like, Henry and Laporta are fine. Or you could have gone with no Cam Ward. I think Goff and Love would have been fine. Might have been a little light. But you had to choose one of those onesie positions to go 2. It's really hard to go 3 and 3 on onesies unless you don't take a quarterback or tight end. Like, Goff was a little early for the 3 quarterback, and then definitely Laporta needs to be a 2 tight end build. All right, one more draft. Mouth waited. We're going to give Mouth what he wants. We love Mouth around here. Are you guys ready? Mouth, are you ready in particular? Because I want to make sure you get in this one. Make sure you're up. Derek drops a $10 holler, which gets me a beer chug, and we're doing another. We already doing another draft anyway, but we're doing the draft for Mouth after this. Appreciate you, Derek. Use this to sponsor a month. Gotta get sleep tonight. Enjoyed it, boys. Later, Jobin. You're not gonna be able to see the clip we all love, the I Love You Man clip. Guys, if you have not seen I Love You Man, everyone's seen Knocked Up and all those movies. 40-Year-Old Virgin. Like, I Love You Man is right up there with those movies. And Paul Rudd and Jason Segel, it is a fucking great movie. And just that scene alone, just Paul Rudd stumbling over his words, speaking to a guy, is something I would do personally. You guys know because you saw the Hot Guy video. Derek, we love you, dude. We appreciate you. American Sniper, Chris Kyle, Derek Richardson, out. Happy 4th, brother. I hope you had a good time with your wife. We love you, brother. So I'm going to make sure Mouth's in here, and we'll do the draft. I'm going to play a clip real quick while Mouth gets his he might be getting his food. So I'm going to play a clip and grab one more brewski.
Look at this. This is Laurence Olivier and Othello. And this is James Earl Jones. Now look at how close they look.
Look at that. James Earl Jones doing a great blackface.
James Earl Jones has a black face. He's a black man.
He's not black. James
Of course
Earl
he's
Jones-
black.
He was Darth Vader.
Darth Vader was black? See, okay, there we go.
Darth Vader was not black. They took the mask off. He was white.
All right, 2 more because I have to chug one. And Mouth is here. Mouth is ready. Who else wants to draft? Let's give everyone a second to catch their breath. Mouth, you want to do a super flex or you want to do a chihuahua? It's totally up to you, my dude. Hey, we got Keith in here, the big shooter. Keith, what's going on, brother? How was your trip, man? Keith's been out of town. You went to the DraftKings spot and you took a trip with your wife, if I recall. My memory is actually pretty decent for some things. It's pretty decent for some things. If Keith is down, we're going to wait for Keith. All right. We're going to do a chihuahua, I think. It's whatever Mouth wants to do, though, because Mouth missed the last one. And we'll let him choose. I got you, Silent. You are a fan now. Like I said, giving you a 1-month trial, essentially. It's supposed to be semi-pro, but I got you, my dude. And then we'll talk, and I'll get you in the Discord. I'll send you an email here after the show if you don't mind waiting a little bit. I can actually probably do it right now when we have a second. Just give me a minute. Let me see, is it your actual email or if it's a stupid Apple ID thing? Give me a second. I'm glad. Chihuahua it is. So give me 1 second. Silence, and we'll get you in there. So let's do it. Are you pretty fresh? Is everyone up to speed on the stream? I don't want anyone to be lagged behind. So let's log in here. We're doing Chihuahua. Let's join Chihuahua now. I'm waiting 5 seconds for the delay. I'm already joining. All right, we're going to get us in. Keith, Chihuahua. Keith, Chihuahua. Anyone else? Chihuahua. Silent, I sent you the email, man. It's from CubsFan311 at Yahoo. Sometimes it goes into the junk folder. It shouldn't, though. So I sent it over. Let me know. Make sure you get it. I'll also send you a message in the Patreon in case that doesn't go through. Direct message you. So 2 ways. Get in there, and then we will talk. Glad to have you aboard, brother. And we're all in. Okay, is Mouth in here? Mouth has the 12th pick. I have the 9th pick. Usually it's late. Not this late, though, Silent. Typically, we do 10 p.m. Central. What time is it? Where are you at? Are you in the West Coast? Usually we do 10 p.m. Central is our typical start time. During the season, some nights will be 10:30 after the primetime games. We'll do Tuesday and Wednesday. We'll do it like 9 p.m. Central to kind of mix it up. Oh, no shit. I'm from Chicago, bro. Come on now. Actually, the city or the suburbs, brother? 1-year-old son, huh? That's fun. Yeah, 10's our typical start time. And we, we're on late. There's every stream's fucking 3 hours, apparently. This will be a 4.5-hour day. We're going to get CD Lamb at 9. That makes sense? Okay, let's go CD at 9. What suburb, man? Come on. I'm in Elburn. You probably don't know that. St. Charles, Geneva, that area. You can actually grab a beer with me, brother. Here we go. I owe this chug for Derek Super. What a guy. What a guy. I should know that. Mouth's going to do this. Whoops, I had the wrong tab open. My bad. Here we go. I should know that he's going to take Derrick Henry there. It's a nice pick, smart pick. Like where at? I'm not going to – a town's pretty generic. I'm not going to be able to find you if you tell me like Downers Grove. Big town there. Here we go. Elburn, you could actually find me in Elburn, bro. It's like 5,000 people. So I'm always around the streets. Here we go for Derek. All right. Whew. No shit. You're kidding me? How old are you, bro? Did you go to like Geneva or Batavia High School? I went to St. Charles North. I'm in Geneva quite a bit. From St. Charles, but I prefer downtown Geneva for like dinner and shit. I'm at Aurelio's in Geneva like once a month for a guy date. My wife doesn't like Aurelio's, so I have to take all my guy friends there for dates. Oh, hell yeah, man. All right, so we're from the same area. What's your age? Are you my age? Are you younger? 1-year-old son, I'm guessing you're 33. Just a guess. Oh. Well, buddy, the entire crew, essentially, a couple guys don't live here anymore. We're all from Chicago. I was pretty close, man. 34. We're all from Chicago, so we get together a decent amount. All the fanatics, as in the co-hosts, and grab beers, have pizza, all those kind of things. So, hey, man, you're in the community now, so definitely welcome to join us and have a good time. We have a good time no matter what we do. We got here. I want to reach on this guy because I love this guy. So, do we try to stack up? Let's see here. Dak is at 80. Man, I'm going to take the value on Zay. This is a good chance, Lamar. Hell yeah, dude. That's what's up, Silent. Yeah, man, I am down there quite a bit. I go to downtown Geneva much more than downtown St. Charles now. Also, a few friends that live in downtown Geneva, so there goes Josh Allen. Tech neighbors. Rip, pour one out. Oh, I don't think Javante's going to fall back to me. We'll take this man. All right. Plenty of options. Oh, Javante, the triple running back for Mouth. Well, it's a good time for Malik Neighbors. Yeah, buddy. I don't watch football out in public personally because of a lot of reasons. A lot of dumb fans, Bears fans can be dumb. I'm allergic to that. But also, I need to stick on my game and study every game. And I watch every game with my wife. She's a big football fan. Well, becoming a big football fan. I like to get hammered and not drive. But maybe a primetime game, bro. I would do that for a primetime game. So like Sunday noon, I'm watching Red Zone. I'm watching, a bunch of screens. But for a primetime game, I'm definitely in. Or we'll figure out something, brother. Like I said, that's very close. Like if you were in Schaumburg or something, that's 40-minute drive. Like we are literally 10 minutes away from each other. That's badass, dude. Well, that's you know what? Sometimes things fall into place for a reason. And I'm sure, I don't know if you've seen Big Ray on here. Big Ray is local. Storey is local. Chaz is local. Nico is local. He lives right across the street kind of from me. So we're all in this area. The only ones that aren't in here in this area anymore is Hastings and Tom. They both moved out of state. Okay, downtown Batavia. Yeah, right there. I like downtown Batavia too, man. Pretty quaint little spot. So what am I going to do? Well, the running backs are falling. That's pretty cool. And Lamar's falling. That's pretty cool. I'm going to have some options here to decide upon. All right. Mouse got himself a nice little team. Jedi's in here at 2. I think it's just us. Montana's in here at 11. So we pretty much have – and, dude, God damn it. Jay Shambo is here. So we're all back to back. Me, Jay, Montana, and Mouth are all at the back end of the draft, 9 through 12. And Jedi is just sitting over there on his own. If this guy takes Lamar, I'm going to kill him. I'm going to murder him. He's going to be murdered. Don't do it. God damn it. Come on, bro. Well, I don't want to snipe you. Fuck. I didn't take DJ Moore just for you, Jay. I know you want him. I know you need him. You're going to – hopefully you take him. You should take him. You have Josh Allen. God bless it, man. God bless it. Yeah, St. Charles overrated, bro. Taxes. Yeah, get out of here with that. I'm out. I'm out of St. Charles. Bro, Jay, I give you DJ Moore and you just don't take him? He's sitting there for you. You don't need Jadarian Price. He's bad anyway. I am upset with you because I would have taken DJ Moore, but I kind of threw you a bone there. Damn, man. And then he's gone. Now he's gone. Shit. That's interesting. Oh, I might just continue taking players I love since that Lamar pick just fucked me in the butt, man. God damn it. Why did that guy take Lamar? Dude, he has T. Higgins. Like, why aren't you just waiting around to take Joe Burrow? I just don't get silly mistakes like that. It's unreal. It's unreal, man. Oh, the Zay Flowers pick. I should have taken Javonte Williams because I could have gone really heavy on a Cowboys build. But I wanted to diversify and give myself a chance for Lamar. And Hetzer, I'm always live, bro. Come on now. We did 2 hours earlier today. It'll be a 5-hour day. I made the comment earlier. We did 30 hours the last 7 days live. Now we're approaching 31 hours. And I got to take a little step back here, I think, in the coming weeks, even though now it's like the season's getting closer and like the views are getting up. So now, if I was going that many hours live in fucking April and May, why would I slow down now? Because I think I'm catching my breath a little bit in terms of fantasy. And obviously I've been knowing all this shit for a while and I've been in tune with it. But all these drafts, all these conversations with the guests, with you guys, I gotta grind it out this year because it has to work this year. And unfortunately, tonight we got one sub? 2 subs. Okay, 2 subs. We need to get 3,000 subs by the end of the month. We need 80 subs to meet 3,000 subs. And Dak is gone too? Well, dude, okay. Jedi, I guess it makes sense. So, okie dokie. I have to go to plan B, which I have to reach on a guy or just say fuck it and not stack this team. I don't really have any options here. I don't have any options. 94. This blows. This really blows. We're going to take DK. I wish it did, man. I'd be rich because my people are fucking loyal, bro. They are loyal, but that's not how it works. So we're sitting here with 6 receivers and 1 running back. I don't know what the hell I'm doing now. I've been thrown off by a million things in this draft. And I don't like it. So I guess we're going to have to take Trevor Lawrence, even though he's probably going to get taken by Mouth, or Montana, or Jay. No, you have Josh Allen, so hopefully he doesn't take. No, Mouth's not going to take Trevor Lawrence. So I'll get Trevor Lawrence, I guess, and then I guess it'll be all right, but not ideal. Not ideal. I guess we got something. We got Brian Thomas and Trevor Lawrence. We can double stack that later. I guess if Jackson Dart falls back to me, I'll be in business. I can take Jacoby Brissett again. I could take Aaron Rodgers. It's just not ideal. The receiver room is bonkers right now. Probably 2 bonkers. I think I'm done at receiver. I can take 1 more receiver on this team to make it 7. That's it. 1 more receiver max. So I got to be really picky about what receiver. I can't backstack because I have no spots. This does work, though, with the Malik Neighbors build to have all these receivers because I'm anticipating he misses a few weeks. There goes Jackson Dart, so that was a pipe dream. That's fine. We're going to go with Aaron Rodgers and Jacoby Brissett or some shit. All right. This is our 5th draft, huh? This is it for me in terms of drafts tonight because we're going to hit 3.5 hours after we do our after we do our draft grades. But again, always accept donations. And I have chugged 3 beers on stream. I chugged one earlier too, so we've been drinking a lot today. We will do one more beer chug if someone Mouth. It can't be you, Mouth. Do not super chat me. You've done too much already, as always. We will chug one more beer if we hit that. Excuse me. And then we'll do draft grades, and I have to take care of my dogs. I'm solo dog dad tonight, so I have to take them out and give them some attention. This running back stuff is real rough. Ooh, an option here might be too much. Might be too much. Let's just take best player available. Matt Stafford's available. That's at ADP, though. If this guy takes Kenny Gainwell with 4 running backs, I'm going to fucking do something crazy. Thank you. I needed this pick. Kenny Gainwell. We got our second running back, guys. We're in business. We're in business. And we can't take another receiver. No way, no how. I know Mouth wants to take Sam Laporta here. I know he wants to, but he has Tucker Kraft, so he can't. Simon, I know this is Chicago sin, but what Packers wide receiver are you interested in? No sin for me, man, because I like money. I'm a Bears fan, but you know what? That comes secondary, honestly, to making money in this channel and just fantasy football in general. And also, I'm not too worried about the Packers. How about that? Because we have them, bro. We have them. He's going to take Matthew Golden here, I think. Nice little pick there from Mouth with Jordan Love and Matthew Golden. I love that. My answer is Matthew Golden at cost. And as much as I talk shit about Matthew Golden last year, dude, I am about Matthew Golden this year, especially in best ball. And he passed up on Matthew Golden. Okay. I can't take him, though. I can't take him. So I'm going to have to take Rachaad White as long as he's still available. I wanted Sam Laporta. I can't take Golden. There's just no way. He's gone now anyway. Oh, if Rachaad White gets taken, I'm in a world of hurt. Okay. We just have to take some guys that are going to be playing. So it's Matthew. I like all of them, dude. I like Christian Watson. Like, the fact that Doves is gone, the fact that Wicks is gone, as long as you're not playing Bo Melton, I've said this multiple times, Bo Melton could, if he plays 40% of the snaps, we're in trouble. It's going back to hockey lines. But Tucker Kraft's coming back from injury. I think this offense is going to be better, and it's going to have to be better because the injuries on defense. The defense will not be as good. Josh Jacobs is older. Passing game boom this year. Matthew Golden's my favorite cost at price. It goes Matthew Golden, then it goes Christian Watson, then it goes Jaden Reed. Jaden Reed is right in that middle range, pick 85. I don't hate his value either, but I actually do like Christian Watson as a true alpha. A potential alpha. And his cost is really nice. Like wide receiver 24-ish. Super nice for our guy, Christian Watson. And then, no, they're never going to be a Carnival team because Jordan Love's not good enough and that defense is not bad enough. Carnival team is set for, you're a smart man, Silent. You know your terms, and I think I've used that term a lot in the show. That is a Cowboys, that is a Bengals term. And the Packers will never be that bad on defense. But for the Packers, a Carnival team, yes. And it's not even about that. It's about the narrowed down target tree, we think. And I'm about all of them. I think they're all decent values. I think the best value is Matthew Golden. It comes down to this simple fact. Until we see them, and the Packers have been very, very strict about they're really weird about it. It's like a guy that likes BBWs, only banging BBWs. The Packers refuse to play smaller guys outside. They refuse to play smaller receivers at height and weight on the outside. They only play them in 3 wide receiver sets, which is Jaden Reed. They view Jaden Reed as a slot receiver, as a gadget player. That's how they've always viewed him. Until I see otherwise, Jaden Reed's not on the field in 2 wide receiver sets. He's not playing in 12 personnel. Matthew Golden is. Now, Jaden Reed's a better receiver than Matthew Golden, at least at this stage of their career, 100%. He's proven. He's good. He's electric. He's pretty versatile. He's not great at X, but I don't think Matthew Golden's great at X either. But past history tells me, draft capital tells me, Matthew Golden's on the field more than Jaden Reed. Why is he going later? I don't get that one. Also, I think Christian Watson might be underrated. So there's a lot of good answers there. I mean, there's a lot of good juice in that wide receiver room. Guys, I've had like 15 beers. You like that analysis right here? Solo stream, drafting. What up, baby? What up? Come find me on Instagram, bro. Not even on Instagram, but you know what I mean. I can't really take Mark Andrews, can I? I want to. Shit. Let's take a naked Mark Andrews. I need some tight end help, man. I really do. I can't take any more receivers. That's for damn sure. And I'm setting up this team to take late quarterback again. So we're going to do that. And it's going to be – I got it. Okay, 151. You can wait on that. Yeah, Watson's 100% on the field all the time. That's the nice thing. They didn't pay him, and he didn't really deserve that money. But the Packers are a smart organization. They didn't pay for past production. They're paying for future production, which is what teams should always do. The opposite of what Jerry Jones did when he paid Zeke all that fucking money. Yeah, it's a phase, man. And it's the copycat league, and we saw it with – ooh, okay, we got to say have a checkout. We saw it with – it's the Sean McVay thing, and people respect Sean McVay as they should. And we've seen this with Kyle Shanahan. We've seen this with John Harbaugh there in Baltimore. Copycat league, man. I mean, the first one to actually do it, if you think about it, was the Patriots with old man Rivers there. Why can't I think of his name? Bill Belichick. That was the first one to really set it up. And it wasn't because it was heavy personnel. It's because Aaron Hernandez was essentially a slasher wide receiver. But that was the first team to really play the heavy personnel. All right, we're digging this squad. I think this team is okay, man. If we can pull off quarterback, Ben Johnson's definitely ahead, man. And what great tutelage he had. Dan Campbell, he already was a great offensive mind, and then he pairs that with his, with Dan Campbell's awesome leadership skills, and he got to be around Dan Campbell, which, yes, Dan Campbell makes a lot of questionable decisions, going for it on fourth down, all the weird shit. I get that. But Dan Campbell is a leader of men. He demands the room and his players buy in. And Ben Johnson had that as a first-year head coach. As much as I love Liam Cohen, what he did in Jacksonville, he was good as a leader and good as a head coach. Ben Johnson was better. That is why Ben Johnson is potentially the next Sean McVay, the next Kyle Shanahan, maybe better than these guys because these guys haven't really won. I mean, Sean McVay won one Super Bowl. Kyle Shanahan has not. He's only choked away Super Bowls. And I feel like the losses Ben Johnson had as an offensive coordinator in Detroit were not on Ben Johnson. It was on Dan Campbell going for 1 million 4th and 6s. Like, Ben Johnson was not making those calls. It was Dan Campbell. Ben Johnson was making the play calls when they said we're going for it. So I'm not going to punish him there. So there you go, man. That's a good call by you, and I think a good call by us. We need this dude. And then another tight end late. Mouth, how you feeling about your squad, man? You took Geno Smith really early, bro. What is it? 133. He was not getting sniped on Geno Smith. I think that's a little aggressive, brother. I get it that you're sick of getting sniped. I understand that. I wasn't going to snipe him from you. He was a little bit, and I think it gets overblown because what happened in that Packers game. Remember the 4th and 3 they went for, 4th and 4 in the first quarter? Other than that, he hasn't been nearly as bad as Dan Campbell. I promise you, though, it was Dan Campbell doing those 4th down calls early on. He was not listening to Ben Johnson. That's the head coach's job. So, okay, we have this. We need this player for sure. If he falls, If not, we're going to take an upside swing. Let me look at the team real quick. I've been a little distracted talking. I don't think it's a bad team by any stretch. We need one more tight end as well, which we're going to make it work. I think I have the name for sure. Oh, he takes Zach Charbonnet. Who is that? Oh, Jay. You boned me. It's okay. I'm going extreme upside here with Tank Bigsby. We're going to win this fucking tournament. Tank Bigsby is that kind of player. And then we'll see what falls back to us. Look at this random board. I have not taken a wide receiver since round 7. That's what you have to do when you have 6 receivers after 7 rounds. You got to punt the position. You got to punt it. I might not take another receiver the rest of the draft, honestly. I think my 6 receivers are more than – DK Metcalf's my 6. That's probably the way to go about this. I think that's the way to go about this. We're building some monsters up in here, boys. 23 likes. Guys, if you've not hit the like button, hit the like button. If you have not subscribed to the channel, yeah, you should probably do that. Because we're on more than any other program. We're on every single night of the week. We have the best guests, the best community. This is a solo show by me, a 3-hour solo show, which is I'm no stranger to those. We're no stranger to those. I'm not by myself, though, because I'm with you fine people. Let's pop open one more beer for these draft grades. Why the hell not? It's going to be a late night. Slept in this morning. Feeling pretty good, man. Got a nice little snack to have after this. I just trust Ben Johnson, man. It could go bad. I don't think it'll go bad. I trust Ben Johnson. I think we also trust Ben Johnson. Also, Lovie Smith was a fine coach, players coach, but not a great game. Not a great. He was a good leader, but not a great X's and O's coach. And even on defense, he got a little vanilla. Best coach we've had in a long time, man. Pretty goddamn happy with Bryce Young is still on the board, and I want to take Bryce Young. I probably should take Bryce Young. Just, you know what? I'm going to do it. Do I have any other? Let's take Bryce Young way after ADP. I was planning on taking Aaron Rodgers to pair up with DK, but we can just make it work with a tight end with Bryce Young or something, or we could take Chris Brazzell. Let's do that. Everyone else has 3 quarterbacks. This is going to work, boys. This is going to work. I'm actually really happy I got Bryce Young there. Super late, man. 20 picks after ADP. I wish I had taken Jalen Coker when I had the chance, but I just didn't think I wasn't going to take Bryce Young at his 155 ADP. So we're going to take – don't take Jacoby Brissett. Don't take Brissett. You don't need him, Jay. You don't need him, Jay. You already have Josh Allen. Don't take Brissett. Thank you, sir. My guy. My guy. You didn't need him. I do prefer going for it on 4th down and playing aggressive than not doing that. There's just a line, right? And Dan Campbell has clearly crossed that line. I agree, Mouth. I'm not on board with taking Geno Smith 50 picks ahead of AP. In a tournament, I am just not on board with that at all. You cannot make an argument. There's no way he was going to get picked. Bryce Young literally fell to me at pick 177. His ADP is 30 picks earlier. And you have Garrett Wilson. So Adonai Mitchell, is he still on the board? No. Where did he go? So he went 15-7. So you could have got him the 14th for sure. Like, for sure. Now, people do strange things. I get that. But, like, at that point, you got to just tip your cap and say, thanks for banging me and my draft's cooked. But giving up that much value, can't do it, brother. Like, you could add Isaiah Pacheco there, and you have 4 running backs. Like, Isaiah Pacheco, I guess you didn't really need Isaiah. You get what I'm saying, though. I'm not worried about Caleb. Was it Mark Slayworth? Mark Slayworth. How do you pronounce his name? I'm drunk. Was just ripping on Caleb for his not being a good quarterback. Like, yeah, he's got a lot to work on, but get the fuck out of here. He's a 3rd-year quarterback. Schleierith. There it is. I think I said it. Sometimes I get these words I can't pronounce. It's weird. Caleb's a good quarterback, and he has the most potential of any quarterback in the league. Anyone that tells you different does not watch the film. The completion percentage is rough, yeah. But he has a coach to rein him in. He's going to get reined in. It wasn't all on Caleb last year either. So we got our quarterbacks. We're going to take a late tight end here. I have no idea what to pick here. How many rounds? This is 17. I have 2 picks left. Let's take Keon Coleman. And then I think the running back room should be fine. Kenneth Walker, Kenny Gainwell, Rashad White, Isaiah Pacheco, and Tank Bigsby. We're going tournament style here. And the tight ends on this team are Mark Andrews and Bretton Strange. Is this running back room good enough? Is this running back room good enough? I just need 2. Is there even a running back worth taking? No. The answer is no. The answer is definitely no. So we're going to take this guy. Taking a deep shot at tight end here that could work out. Guy that's never drafted in any tournament, Jatavion Sanders. Let's get it, boys. The sack rate's all time. Like, you cannot tackle Caleb Williams. You can't get 2 hands on Caleb Williams. It is Josh Allen light. I mean, and he's not the size of Josh Allen. So there's just so much to love about Caleb. You know, there's a lot of questions about his character, or at least there were. I don't have any questions. I think that his teammates will vouch for him. His coaches vouch for him. He seems to have the right mentality. So, all right, Mouth, I'm going to grade your team fairly. I can't see it going great with the Geno Smith pick. I hope it does. It had to water down the team, taking a guy that early. But let's check it out, guys. Draft grade time. We eclipsed 3 hours and 14 minutes. Hell of a fucking stream. Here we go. We're going to go to Jedi's team first. Dak, CJ Stroud. Get us a grade in the chat, A through F for these teams. Dak Prescott, CJ Stroud, Sam Darnold. Bijan, Chuba Hubbard, Blake Corum, Aaron Jones, Brian Robinson. George Pickens, Mike Evans, Devontae Adams, Ricky Pearsall, Wan'Dale Robinson, Trey Harris, Cooper Kupp, and Jalen Noel with Brock Bowers and Pat Freiermuth. Jedi, this is probably my favorite team I've seen you draft, dude. This is balanced all around the board. The running back room, super balanced. Aaron Jones, a pivotal pick for you. Got some upside there with Brian Robinson that give you some security there with Bijan. And then Devontae's your 3. Ricky, this is really good. You don't have Brock Purdy, which I don't like with both these guys. I'm going to give it an A-. I'm not going to give it a firm A if he had Brock Purdy on this team, because the stacks are, you have, with Dak, you have Pickens. That's it. With CJ Stroud, you have Jalen Noel. And with Sam Darnold, you have Cooper Kupp. Yeah, sorry, man. Solid B. This is a tournament. You have weak stacks with all – you have one with each, but Jalen Noel and Cooper Kupp don't count in my book. You know, and then you needed more. This needed to be Brock Purdy on this team with Mike Evans and Ricky Pearsall. I can't – this is best ball. I can't give it an A with those stacks. It's not winning the tournament. There's just no way this team wins the tournament. I'm going to go solid B just because of the lack of stacks, but this is a really, really, really good team. It's 1, 2, 3, 1, and 1. So 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 3 receivers, a flex, and a tight end. So what is that, 8 players you have to start out of 18? No, this is just regular, not super flex. So I don't like the stacking, the non-stacking. I think Dak and CJ Stroud might be enough. It's a good team. It's one of the better teams I've seen him draft. If it was stacked up, I would adore this team. Did I miss somebody? Let's see. Am I up next? Let me know if I miss you in the chat, what pick you are. Jay is after me, so I'm not going to miss him. All right, here's my squad. Another weird one here. It's a tournament, though, so I don't hate it. Trevor Lawrence, Bryce Young, Jacoby Brissett, really waiting at quarterback there. We have Kenneth Walker, Kenny Gainwell, Rashad White, Isaiah Pacheco, and Tank Bigsby. This is light at running back. I have 2 scat backs there as my 2 and 3 with Pacheco and Tank Bigsby. I need an injury, right? I need Pacheco to either be like literally David Montgomery light, or I need an injury to Gibbs or Saquon for this to really work. Receivers are bonkers, though. CeeDee Lamb, Zay Flowers, Malik Neighbors, Brian Thomas, Marvin Harrison, DK Metcalf, and Keon Coleman, with Mark Andrews, Brenton Strange, and Jatavion Sanders. I would have taken a 6 running back, but there was no one left to take. I'm trying to think what pick I didn't really have a pick to take a running back. So the running back room is the biggest issue on this team. Quarterback room's a little light as well. I think it should be fine in a 1 quarterback. Kenneth Walker has to go bonkers, and these other guys have to just pair it together, right? But this wide receiver room is pretty much as good as it gets. CD, Zay Flowers, Neighbors, Thomas, Harrison. I have a lot of insurance for the Malik Neighbors injury. And when he comes back, I'm flexing a receiver strongly every week. Andrew Strange and Sanders is not great, but I had to take Sanders to get some correlation with Bryce Young. Probably a wasted pick, but a pick that no one else is going to have. And maybe it works out. Could be an edge. Who knows? Weird team for me. What do you guys have for a grade? Hard team to grade, but I do admire these wide receivers right here. And then I kind of despise the running backs a little bit. Although I think I got lucky with Gainwell and Rashad White. Not a big Rashad White guy. Fit my team pretty well, and I love Pacheco. And I think Tank Bigsby could be that banger we need when it comes down to it. Also, I think some underrated week-to-week stuff from even if, Saquon doesn't get hurt, I think that he could have a couple touchdowns here and there. Silent hates this team, C+. All fair man, Jay's team, we have Josh Allen, Kyler Murray. Pretty nice there. Hampton, Josh Jacobs, Darian Price, Zach Charbonnet, and Alvin Kamara. Really nice running back room with the top 4. Justin Jefferson, Jordan Tyson, Michael Wilson, Xavier Worthy, Stephon Diggs, Debo Samuel, Tank Dell, and Tyquan Thornton with Rashad Bateman. Nice. George Kittle and Dalton Kincaid. So I think this tight end room's fine. You have a lot of wide receivers. Is that 9? That is 9. The running back room is fair. This is a good team, brother. This is a really good team from Jay. I like this team. I'm going to go B to B+, brother. Yeah, Silent, I would too. At that point, I dove into the tournament build, and it's a winner. I'm going aggressive on this team because it's kind of how it broke, where it's like I might miss the playoffs, but I feel like if things break right with those wide receivers and the stacks I have, that it could go far. B, yeah, I think that's a fair grade. This is a really good team. This is a really safe team. I love the Diggs-Debo combo, where one of those guys will be relevant. I don't hate Worthy as a 4. I don't like Michael Wilson as a 3, but taking 9, you hit the build pretty well there, Jay. So I dig this team. B to B+, brother. What are your bye week running backs? So we have 7, 11, 11, 11. So you only have Hampton and Kamara. That's an issue, but it's 1 week in a tournament. You just have to get to the playoffs. I think you can. At least you have your number 1 guy not on that bye. So I think it's fine. We have Montana's squad here. Justin Herbert, Tyler Shuck, and Aaron Rodgers. All different buys, very balanced. Genty, Saquon, Rico, Sean Tucker, Emmett Johnson. Lad Abuka, Christian Watson, Roma Dunze, Matthew Golden, Jalen Coker, Trey Tucker, Laporta, Jawan Johnson, and David Njoku. So first things, running back room is iffy just because of the back 2 guys. But I mean, with my running back room, I really can't say that. Sean Tucker and Emmett Johnson might be zeros for you. Enrico, I wish this was David Montgomery or something, and then I'd be totally fine with this running back room. But it's a fine build. The quarterbacks are good. The wide receivers are fine. Actually better than fine. Roma's your 4, Golden. So you have 2 Packers receivers there, some nice floor. Love the tight end room. This is a solid B as well, Montana. This is a good team. Montana's drafting some fucking teams. Silent likes Wilson over Marvin Harrison. Not trust me, I'm the biggest Wilson fan in the world. I was the first guy on Wilson because I loved him coming out of Stanford, and last year I was pounding the drum for Wilson and best ball, and also when the whole appendectomy thing happened for Marvin Harrison. But Marvin Harrison's going to smash Michael Wilson this year just based on opportunity. The splits are damning with him on and off the field. I still like Michael Wilson at ADP, but Marvin Harrison seems to be one of the best values you can have. Let's see Mouse Team here. Here it is, the drum roll for Mouse Team. Taking Geno Smith so early. Let's see how it works out for him. Jordan Love, Cam Ward, and Geno Smith. Geno Smith, 55 picks ahead of ADP, 54 picks ahead of ADP. That is crazy when you already had 2 quarterbacks. I know you did it for the stacks. I don't like it. Let's see how the team worked out. James Cook, Derrick Henry, Javonte Williams, Tyron Tracy, Nick Singleton, and Braylon Allen. This is heavy on running back. What are your wide receivers? I got to see these wide receivers. If they're good, your team's awesome. Garrett Wilson, DJ Moore, Carnell Tate, Jaden Reed, Juwan Jennings, Calvin Ridley, Tucker Kraft, Kenyon Sadiq, and Gunnar Helm. 6 receivers, brother. That is, I like the back 3 guys. They're safe. You got to start 3 every week. Like literally Carnell Tate, DJ Moore, and Garrett Wilson are in your lineup every week. The build is fucked. This is not enough. I mean, Calvin Ridley might lose his job, like literally lose his job. Juwan Jennings is a 3 in Minnesota, and Jaden Reed is probably the 3 in Green Bay. I like Jaden Reed. This is just not enough. You're flexing a tight end or a running back. So you're going to be flexing a running back. I get that. Javonte Williams is probably your flex. Why did you take Nick Singleton and Braylon Allen? Those are unnecessary picks. Both unnecessary picks there. There's just no reason to take them. There is 0 reason to take them. Like you have 3 running backs that are amazing. Like the Geno thing isn't even the problem on this team. It's the build. The build is so fucked. So, Mal, you got to explain to me, why do you like this team? The stacks are awesome. You have a lot of stacks, but I get it, but at some point you got to say, fuck it, I got to take wide receivers. Like 6 receivers when your number 3 is Tate, and maybe that's okay, but Jaden Reed is your 4, Jennings is your 5. Just no way. I mean, there is just no way that works. It's if you get an injury, you're fucked. Bye weeks are going to be a major issue for you filling out your lineup. So what is Singleton going to do on this team? Explain to me what Singleton is going to do on this team. Like, when is Singleton ever going to get to your lineup? Let's say Singleton's the starter and Tony Pollard, and they cut Tony Pollard and Tajay Spears, and you have a workhorse. Like Nick Singleton's never seeing your lineup. You can only start 3 running backs max. And James Cook and Henry are in your lineup every week. Javonte is your flex most weeks. Tyron Tracy we like. He is going to be in your flex possibly. And then Singleton and Braylon Allen, there's just no way they're ever seeing your lineup. So this is a way too heavy at running back, way too heavy. And I could have made the argument that Jordan Love and Cam Ward's enough. But to take 3 tight ends as well, I'm fine with the 3 tight ends. But this needs to be an 8 receiver build, 8 minimum with what I'm seeing. And there's just, I've played a lot of these best balls that – 6, the only way 6 works, I'm going to show you how 6 works from what I've seen. 6 works, and I took 7. Give me a second there, Muhammad. The way that 6 works is this, and I took 7. Probably shouldn't have taken 7. This works for 6. CeeDee Lamb, Zay Flowers, Malik Neighbors, Brian Thomas, Marvin Harrison, DK Metcalf. That is a fine 6. I took Keon Coleman. I probably should have taken a running back, but I wanted to go aggressive at running back and give myself another chance at wide receiver. Keon Coleman was probably a mistake. But even I took 7 with this team. So, no, I like Scatabo over Tracy for sure. But we were both Tracy. Me and Mouth are both Tracy guys. Muhammad, there's a bunch of sites. This is Underdog we're using. There's Drafters, there's DraftKings. DraftKings and Underdog are the two most popular. But we got you, Muhammad. Mohammed, hop in the community, bro. Join Patreon. Hop in the community. We'll help you out with all this shit. Get you set up. We'll get you a promo code to get you free money on Underdog, and you can start drafting. You have 2 months till the season starts, so I got you, brother. We teach this like a class, you know. No, I get it, Mal. I'm just telling you, it's 6. Those are 6 receivers. Just won't work. That's just not enough at wide receiver. There's an outside shot. I'm just like Nick Singleton is never, ever, 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 ever meeting your lineup. It's just a wasted pick. And then Braylon Allen, same thing. Like there's just way too much invested in running back. And I can make the argument on my team that I have way too much invested in wide receiver, right? But I feel like this running back room could happen because running backs have a chance with an injury to jump up the depth chart where, you know, and I can get away with I'm starting 2 running backs in this team, right? I'm not worried about flex. Mal, at some point, I got to tell you, man, you got to get away from the stacking, like a little bit. You overstacking. You don't need 7 stacks on a team. 5 is plenty. 6 is like ideal. 5 is enough. 4 is a little low, but 7, like to stack just to stack, is going to kill your all around potential, and you just won't make the playoffs. If you have too many stacks, right? And like you're reaching on players, like sometimes you just got to let the board come to you. I know this is your first year. You have a lot of good teams, bro. This one was just not, the build was too wonky. It was way too wonky. The Geno Smith reach, just too much. It's sometimes, and at the turn, I get that getting cute, you kind of have to because you're not going to get your players. But when you're doing volume, you want to just diversify and just kind of take. Sometimes for me, if the stacks aren't working, I throw in the towel and just play to make the playoffs and get my money back, you know? And like, it sucks to do that because it's like I just threw away a chance to make all this money, and I get that, but like this team is probably thrown away a chance to make the playoffs. And if you do that enough, you're going to really lose money in playing on our tournaments. That's my experience because I've had a couple of years on Underdog. I do better on DraftKings where I've actually lost money on Underdog, and I'm pretty goddamn sharp, and I've done 5 years of these drafts, and it can happen with sometimes getting a little too cute and over my skis, and mostly just attacking the same players too much. But I just will tell you, I think that's too light of a wide receiver room. So, Mohammed, this is best ball, brother. This is Underdog. So, any other questions you have? I'm about to log off here shortly. And sorry, Mouth, I'm not trying to be like too harsh, hopefully. I'm just giving you my honest critique. I would critique my team the same way if I drafted that team. And honestly, man, I took too many wide receivers. The Keon Coleman pick was probably unnecessary. I should have gone with 6 wide receivers on this specific team. But at that point, the running backs I was picking was like it wasn't even Damon Claiborne. It was like 3rd string running backs like Caleb Johnson and shit. So I just said, fuck it. What's that guy going to do for me? Maybe there's a game that Keon Coleman scores 2 touchdowns. I don't know. I don't know who else I could have taken there. I had 3 quarterbacks. Definitely a light running back room here. That's why this is not that great of a team. All right. Any other last questions? Mohammed, if you have any questions about best ball, I can tell you this. How about this? Subscribe to the channel, Mohammed. Come back when we do another stream. We just did 3.5 hours. We did 2 hours earlier. This is 5.5 hours today live. And we'll walk you through it. You can watch some drafts in real time. I know you just joined. I'm sorry about that. And we will help you out and get you in tune with what we need to know about best ball because it's a way different ball game than redraft. It's a fun ball game. There's no management. It's you draft your team and you don't set your lineups. They set it for you. Best players, they set your best lineup every week. No free agents, no management. It's beautiful, man. Also great practice for redrafts. But that's going to do it for me. Silent, I sent you an email and a message in the Patreon. So if you already did, I don't know. I didn't check the Discord. Hop in there. We'll chat in a little bit if you're still awake. I got to let my dogs out. 3.5 hours, guys. Hell of a stream. Thank you for all the supers. Mouth, I appreciate you, brother. You're the man. Again, guys, check out Downtown Sports. That is Mouth's program. Silent, you should check it out. If you want to do me a favor, Silent, hop on over to YouTube once the show is done and give a sub to Mouth Downtown Sports. Okay, sweet, Silent. I'll talk to you in there in about 5 minutes if you want to give me a second. Hop on over in the meantime to YouTube. Search Downtown Sports. Where sports come home. That is Mouth and Beast program. It's only once a week. Give them a listen as well. They do a lot of other stuff besides just football and fantasy football. But give them a sub for me if you could. we would appreciate that, and you won't be disappointed because they do a great job there. So that is it for me, guys. 3.5 hours. Let's go. We're killing it. I'll talk to you in a second, Silent. Thank you, Mouth. As always, you're the man. I'm sorry about the harsh critique, but gotta just call it as I see it. Obviously, I would never say anything negative to you just to say it because I fucking love you. It's just you should see me eviscerate Ray last night. Ray drafted a team. Obviously, he was distracted. This was during the Brittany Griner thing. I think you were on a 1 quarterback in Superflex 1-6-10-1 build, which is just it was an F-. And the stack was there. It was Colson Loveland and Caleb Williams, and he just drafted 10 receivers. And this was nothing like that. I still think I give this team a C. I think I never gave you a grade. I think it's probably a C. But it is the Downtown Sports Podcast. Exactly. Downtown, one word, Downtown Sports. That's what it is. Downtown Sports. I'll send it to you. But yeah, I think I'm going to give that a C or a C-. I think with those mistakes, the crazy thing is with all the mistakes I talked about and like the build, it still has a chance to do something. But those receivers are going to have to all fucking step up. But the stacks are good. And all right, I appreciate you. Silent, I'll talk to you in a second. Mouth, you're the man. As always, guys, we'll see you tomorrow night. Same time, same place. You know what's up. Love your life. Stay positive and respect each other. I am out.
You just seem like a good dude. I thought I'd see if you wanted to grab a beer, that's all. I'm glad you called. We get home safe, Pistol.
You got it, Jobin.
I'm sorry, what?
Nothing.
Oh, what'd you say?
I don't know. You nicknamed me Pistol, and I just called you Jobin. It means nothing. I'm drunk. I'm gonna call a cab.
All right, man. You have my